ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
Great day to be alive on this Monday. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. My name is Ben Brust. Alongside me, Wisconsin backer Kyle Wallace. Say something, Kyle.
All right, I get to cheer for a Wisconsin basketball team today. Women's basketball. Come on, NIT, WBIT. What is women's basketball IT? Wow.
The Women's Basketball Invitational Tournament.
They don't call it the WBNIT?
The W-bit.
It would be the WNIT.
They're 16 and 17 right now, and I think they have won like 3 games. How do they make it at like 13 and 17?
I could look into it. Give me a second.
No, do not waste your time on that.
So wait, this isn't the WNIT? This is the W. What's the WBIT? I thought this was the WNIT the whole time.
Is this something?
No, this is below it.
This is below it.
Oh, wow.
It's like below. It's like below the below the below.
I was curious. I was like, a whole bunch of teams must have turned down the opportunity.
Do you think they put the WNIT on at 2:00 on a Monday?
I didn't know the WBIT was a thing until this moment.
Correct.
Literally,
which is why I don't want Strofe looking up the Wisconsin women's basketball first-year head coach's record and how they got to the WBIT. Brad Nortman, longtime NFL punter, Super Bowl 50 runner-up in his Prince Fielder jersey.
I had to pull this back from the droves. I don't really throw things away like clothes. Still in great condition. It feels like summer.
Still in great condition, meaning it still looks like it's from 2000 and...
This is probably 06, if I were to guess.
I was going to say...
06, that's probably junior year of high school. But it's almost 20 years old.
Isn't it crazy how us guys who used to play football, how clothes from back then still fit because we were bulking up back then?
Yeah, that's right.
We're slimming out.
Right, Strofe, right?
Very familiar, yes.
What do you got?
So the Wisconsin
I
Badgers,
don't care. 800.
Seed, they beat the whatever that would be. Then the 2 seed, then the 4 seed, and now they are playing Columbia. Is that who they're playing?
Yes.
Yeah.
They are another 4 seed. So a lot of upsets in this tournament.
Yeah, because they all stink.
In the semifinal.
800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and text line. List is more. YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. I will say this. What a great day to be able to do what we do. From the ending last night in the UConn-Duke game to the sweep by the Milwaukee Brewers in the fashion that they did it yesterday when Kyle turned off his TV because he thought it was done, to Matt LaFleur finally, and I mean finally, giving all the people and the reporters what they wanted, which was to hear his voice because there's been such a frustration around media availability. We had a great Analysis live show last Friday. Some stories from that. Ric Flair, Milwaukee Brewers there. I went to the Bucks game, sat courtside to see Wemby.
Oh, wow. Courtside, Ben.
Look at you.
It's just a great day to be alive.
Courtside Benny.
And as Strofe said, he said, you got to start the show with that. I don't know how to do this. You say it. You say it, Strofe. Gas me up a little bit.
Yeah, I'll gas you up a little bit. So I will say this. I do not think you're a humble guy in general, but I do think when it comes to your basketball career, you are awfully humble. I will give you that. You just told us a story off the air that in the coolest, least braggy way possible, that you've had more than one number one play on SportsCenter.
That is correct.
Very cool.
I've never met anybody that's had number one more than once.
Now you have.
Yeah, that's pretty
You've
awesome.
known him all along.
How many times have you been the number one play on SportsCenter? Just twice?
2012 Big Ten ACC Challenge had 2 in the top 10. Number 5 was a half-court shot that was meaningless unless...
Look at you, half-court Ben.
You just got to be taking
you have made
shots.
more than one half-court shot at Wisconsin?
Yes.
I remember
it covered the spread, which I didn't know what was. We were playing UNC in the Big Ten ACC Challenge, and I like back then there was no like Wi-Fi or anything on the plane, so you just turn in an airplane mode. When I landed, I had people saying, "Great job, you won me money," or "Bleep you, what the heck? Why'd you shoot that shot?" And it banked in and covered the spread against UNC. And then it was the Michigan shot. So, yeah, 2 number 1 plays.
Thinking about shots like that.
Oh, excuse me. The half-court shot was number 5. Number 1 was like an up and under off of a steal in that same game against UNC.
I remember that play.
I didn't think it was. I didn't think that was a top 10 worthy play in the moment.
That's in all your highlight reels, which unfortunately I've watched.
Weird.
Obviously, the Duke-UConn game,
Very
UConn
weird.
got the ball, and it was sort of like whoever had the ball because there's so little time running out. In the 2014 Wisconsin Badger Final Four team, who's taking a shot like that? Is it designed to you? Are you trying to get the ball to Frank?
It's
trying to get it to Sam?
Well, that
it's
wasn't
situational.
design. So
Yeah, it was designed.
But I'm just
Like
saying,
if it's just in the half-court set, it always goes to the point guard. It always went to Trey Jackson. It always went to Bronson Koenig. It always
Trey's
went to
taking that
Jordan
shot?
Taylor.
They're not taking the shot, though. They're maybe coordinating
Who
it,
they-
but they're
yeah.
getting it to a shooter like you or Frank, right?
Sam Decker.
Maybe we
Nah,
save it for Frank.
Sam wasn't really a three-point shooter. He hit some big
Clutch.
threes. He was clutch. But yeah, Tyler and Bayview, how could I forget Wisconsin Badger hockey team to the Frozen Four?
What a comeback
So there's
that
so
was.
many things going on in this world right now. And then when I was watching at dinner last night at home, I sit in the one spot where I can see the TV, and it's actually really cute because
move.
like when I lean back to watch the TV, now my daughter will like lean to try and see the TV as well to see that I'm watching, so she's catching on to that. I'm not paying attention to dinner. I'm paying attention to that.
Oh, wow, too much screen time.
I got up at the tip of the ball, and I started running towards the TV. I was like, no. And obviously everyone had, if you were watching, a major reaction to the UConn buzzer beater. And it got me thinking, because this is kind of a sad exercise, but it's also happy because this you're supposed to remember something good here. When's the last time a Wisconsin sports team was on the right side of like a buzzer beater, a walk-off, a game-winning touchdown, anything in the playoffs, right? In the playoffs, in a massive, massive moment in the playoffs where it came down to the wire. When's the last time that happened? Because I feel like we spend a lot of time about the 4 NFC championship games that the Packers lost. We obviously have spent a ton of time on the lack of success since 2017 for the Wisconsin Badgers in the NCAA tournament. The Bucks, I guess, in the championship run had really great moments, but I don't think there was any buzzer beaters in there. The Brewers in 2018 had chances in the NLCS to maybe do something like that. What do you got?
Well, I'm thinking about wearing the shirt, actually, which is the old Brewer color scheme and logo. Niger Morgan in 2011, Game 5 NLDS. Hitting
2011? We're going 15. But we're going 15 years ago?
We're going 15 years.
Go.
I mean, that's the only, not the only, but that's the primary Brewers walk-off, rip the heart out of the opponent, postseason closer situation that I can think of. Because even the Brewers have been in a lot of like postseason high-intensity games, like the Game 5 in the NLDS against the Cubs. Game 163, was that 2018 as well when they played the 163?
163?
What year was that when they played the 163?
I want to
against
say
the
it was
Cubs?
not 18.
It wasn't it. Well, whatever. No, yeah, it was much more recent than that. Anyway, but they have the victories, but to have the moments is something completely different.
That
So
was 18.
it was 18. Okay, so that was part of like a magical run in 18. But Niger Morgan, that's one to me where I think of you can remember.
Lorenzo
where
Cain
you
hit
are.
that tie-breaking RBI, not in the 9th, but the 8th. So that's close.
Yeah, that was close. So that's one that I can think of for me, for at least the Milwaukee Brewers standpoint. There's a couple of the problem is when thinking about this exercise, there's so much more heartbreak than there
I
are.
know.
Like it's not an even scale. It's tipped.
Yeah, I mean, it was tipped in our direction for a while. We had some really great ones. I know one when we talk about Wisconsin basketball, the last time I think the Badgers made it to the Sweet 16 was Bronson Koenig with that huge shot in the corner to put Xavier out, knock out the number 2 seed, and advance the Wisconsin Badgers to another Sweet 16. When I just thought, boy, this is just Wisconsin Badger basketball. We're going to consistently and constantly have big time shots or have big time moments to advance us to a Sweet 16, and then have our heart broken inside that Sweet 16. Now we're just dreaming to go back to a Sweet 16. But another one, a big one for the Green Bay Packers. The last time I remember the Packers having a huge moment like that was 2016 divisional round against the Dallas Cowboys, where Aaron Rodgers finds Jared Cook. And I remember watching videos. People were like, you left too much time for Rodgers down in Dallas.
Oh, look at that, Kyle.
And he threw it to Jared Cook and then walk-off field goal.
Guess who's singing Kumbaya with you and has telepathy with you?
Bad Food Cooking Chef Ed.
AJ and the Berg, your dog. Poor Chef Ed catching an early stray shot there.
He took shots at me yesterday.
Rodgers to Cook against Dallas in the playoffs. That's what AJ and the Berg had said right when you started talking about it.
That right there was so memorable. I remember where exactly I was at. I was on a flight, so I missed most of the game because I had just landed in Mexico. And I remember watching the second half of that game in Mexico and just celebrating the Green Bay Packers winning that game.
Was this the same run? I'm trying to remember before they played Brooklyn in 2021. Didn't Chris Middleton hit a buzzer beater in the first round in 2021 before heading to the eventual championship?
A buzzer beater?
Or was that in
I feel like that was the 2020 hit a buzzer beater against Miami to force overtime. I know that.
No, because I was outside in the summer, which was when the 2021 season was pushed back
2020
because of the bubble of 2020.
Because he hit one in the bubble, I want to say, I believe. I thought he did. Or maybe Jimmy Butler hit one in the bubble to put us down. Chris Middleton, game winner shot, game. I mean, he hit so many deep shots.
Because then you could go the wrong direction here of Chiozza from Florida.
Now that one hurt
to go to the Elite Eight.
That one still stings. To this
that
day.
one stings a lot.
Because that was the last time we ever made it that far, right?
Correct.
Woo.
Yeah.
I think of the Valley Oop is another one that's really because it was 2-2. Going to Phoenix, and you look at that and think, man, it's unlikely that you're going to come back down from 3-2. That was in the waning moments of the fourth quarter. The steal and the Valley Oop from Holiday to Giannis, that was sort of a game-sealing, game-changing moment to go up 3-2, and then to bring that back to Milwaukee for Game 6.
I was not wrong. It was Game 1 of the 2021 season where the Bucks went to the championship because the Heat had obviously did what they did in the bubble to the Bucks. And then they got revenge in the first round. And people were worried about that Heat team. And then I think they spanked them in that first round. And then obviously went down 0-2 to Brooklyn.
Yeah, we spanked them.
Came back 4 games. That 2021 run was unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Listen,
then winning without Giannis. And then obviously Giannis comes back when he defied all things of life with the way his
knee went backwards. I remember that's another one. I remember the Bucks made it past Brooklyn. I'm like, oh yes. And so it's sitting there. Was the series 2-1 when Giannis got hurt, or 2-2, or maybe it was 2-1 when Giannis got hurt.
Yeah,
we lost that game, and then we went on to win the next 2 games without Giannis. But I remember watching that game, and when he went down, that was another one. I just got quiet. We lost. I turned the TV off, and I went to bed. And I just thought to myself, we're
shut
cursed.
down.
We're cursed.
Well, you as a Wisconsin sports fan, you brace yourself for letdown, right? Because that's just what Packer history tells us, Brewer history, and even history with the Milwaukee Bucks to that point where you're like, this is the team to win a championship. But with 19 against the Raptors, again, the bubble in 2020, like you're
how is his knee letdown. Okay? It's you're right. Like, holy cow.
And he came back, like, again, that, like, just completely changed the narrative to get a championship. That's just what made the run so special.
I thought he blew his ACL. And I was like, oh, that's it. The hyperextension is just backwards. I was like, oh, here we go.
Terry and Racine, you're up on the Carb List Talk and text line 800-990-3776.
Yeah, I was just calling in to see if, and maybe someone already asked this, but did not both the men's and women with a hockey team win in overtime be real kind of buzzer beaters? I mean, they were 24 seconds into OT and they won. That was something. That was a championship.
This weekend.
Yeah, this weekend the men's hockey team was down 3-1 with 5 minutes left in the to go to the Frozen Four, and they scored twice and then scored within like 30 seconds of overtime to go to the Frozen Four. Obviously, Wisconsin's women's hockey on the 22nd won their national championship.
Well, they came back as well.
What's crazy?
And then can we count this? The men's and women's USA hockey teams in the Olympics?
Yeah,
I mean, that's not Wisconsin.
It's not Wisconsin, but we had Wisconsin women.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
I don't mean to pick this scab, but in my research of being like, okay, heartbreaking losses, euphoric victories, I didn't appreciate again in 2014 that Packers Seahawks game. Dude, it was 19-7 with 2 minutes to go. They were up 12.
Why are you doing
Why are you doing that?
They were up 12 with
That
2
was not the
minutes.
point of this
We
exercise.
know,
Brad, we know.
I know, but it's inevitable. It's inevitable to when you talk about heartbreak or like adulation to end up in that moment because that just defies.
Aren't we talking about the exact opposite? Isn't that what we're?
I know, but
We were trying to.
For every
what's inevitable about
for every
this?
1 moment of joy, it feels like there's 10 of heartbreak.
Well, that I agree with, but aren't we trying to talk about joy right now
yeah, I
on a
guess
Monday?
so.
We're
Sorry, my bad, guys. My bad. It's a beautiful day outside. Brewers are 3-0.
Shout out Kevin Durant's shoe.
Yeah. No, he should have took a step back.
Should have been wearing 16s, not 17s.
That 2021 run was exhilarating.
Oh, so
Because
great.
again, I thought it was over. I'm not gonna lie to you. When the Bucks got down in that series 0-2,
0-2?
I was like, you know what, it's over. And watching Game 3 was a nail biter because I think it was a low scoring affair. Either it's Game 3 or Game 4 was a low scoring affair, and I'm just
Like in the 90s.
yeah, I'm just like, boy, I'm nervous because I'm literally thinking, oh well, we ran into a juggernaut, but then Kyrie got hurt, and then James Harden was banged up a little bit, and I was like, okay.
All right.
Okay.
And KD.
No, and I was so mad.
I take it how
I
I
will
can
say
get
I
it.
was so mad the amount of people that tried to discredit the Bucks for the championship that they won in 2021 because of injuries. Because they have been injured a crap ton.
100%.
And nobody's putting an asterisk next to Toronto with how broken, beaten those Golden State Warriors were.
That's why it hurt so much.
It's why it
too.
hurt so much for the Bucks for going up 2-0 and having the inverse happen to them. More heartbreak. We're not
Dude.
going there. We're not going there. Remember, this is jubilation.
Freaking Fred VanVleet turned into a dang superstar. 75%.
Did we get Jordan Stoltz, who threw out the first pitch?
Yeah.
That's USA. But he's from Wisconsin. More individual medal.
Nah, I'm not. I only cheer for Jordan every 4 years now. So I mean,
You're just going to disregard him in the meantime?
okay. So when's this next race, Brad? When's the next World Championship?
Kind of did this
Probably
with Matt
in 2
Hamilton
years.
too, like until he joined what was Rutledge and Hamilton, now Jim, Matt, and Molly, and because of their Twitter feed, I'm now able to know when he curls because I didn't know when he curled prior to that.
When I produced that show back in the day, I was such the biggest fake curling fan on planet Earth. I knew every schedule. I knew every tournament.
you had to promote it.
I had to promote it, and I watched. I went to curling once.
How's he doing?
Good, I think.
You think he has another? You think he has another shot at making it to the Olympics 4 years from now?
I don't want to speak on his behalf, but my understanding was this was the last run.
Well, I mean, for
that
what?
may have changed.
How do
Got
you
the
age-
gold.
How do you age out of curling?
Because the young guns are coming. Like all the guys that represented the U.S. this year were like 20 years old.
So what is it that
So
they
what?
do that he can't do?
They beat
Push
him.
off the block a little steadier?
Yeah, like I'm trying to figure out what is it.
It should be a game like golf that ages pretty well. Like,
You
doesn't
would
have to be a
think.
22-year-old be great. You could be
Strofe, you're
38.
supposed. We're
You're the guy.
yelling at Strofe about
I
curling,
just
right?
said I'm a fake curling guy.
I mean, but you were a curling guy.
Well, and you knew the ages of the guys that represented us
That's true.
in the Olympics.
That's
Like
true.
that's very specific.
Who didn't win gold, did they? All right, then they're not. Well, Matt got gold, right?
In 2018.
They'll never be Matt Hamilton. Bring back Matt.
Oh, jeez.
The oldest participant in Winter Olympic history for a starter in curling was 46, while the oldest alternate was 54.
Oh,
come on, Matt.
Matt got
He's got a
years.
long career.
Matt could
Made
still
it
be-
seem like he's got a bad back or something that he can't come back from.
Matt kids may be competing with him 15 years from now. Come on now.
Matt's
it's the new LeBron Bronny.
Matt's 37, so he'll be 41 the next time there's a Winter Olympics.
Okay.
I guess, yeah. I don't
Scrubbing and pushing.
Yeah, that's all it is. Get to work, Matt.
Sweeping. That's probably the better term.
Scrubbing and pushing.
Scrubbing and pushing.
Matt LaFleur finally spoke to the media. Are you going to feel better about the Green Bay Packers after hearing from the head coach? You're going to be the judge of that. We play some Matt LaFleur for you next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
But I got a bone to pick with Strofe next. More
Bone
questions?
to pick? I have a question, yeah. How are babies made?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Don't miss a moment of the basketball tournament action this March at 3rd Street Market Hall, home to your one-stop must-stop viewing destination. 3rd Street Market Hall has over 20 locally owned food vendors, a 30 self-serve beer wall, over 50 HD TVs, plus game day specials. The perfect place to work remotely or catch a game between meetings or over lunch. 3rd Street Market Hall is your downtown home for basketball this March.
Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center is ready to slip someone into a green jacket. The next tournament of the season is here, and there's $1,000 in cash prizes. Hey, ESPN Milwaukee, this is Gary Ellison, inviting you to a two-man scramble at Georgia Golf Club, all played on Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center's spacious, state-of-the-art simulators. Sign up now at wisconsinindoorgolfcenter.com. It's just $120 per team, and all team must compete their round by March 31st. Who's walking away with the cash, and who's earning that green jacket?
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor. If it's a celebrate or tailgate when you're gonna recreate upstate. If it's a holiday, birthday, any date, you can save at discount liquor.
Easter's almost here. What are you bringing to the table? Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. Pairing the right wine with your Easter dinner can turn a meal into a celebration. But you don't have to be an expert to find the right wine. That's what our knowledgeable staff is here for. With over 8,000 varieties of wine, Discount Liquor can help you choose between a light, fruity Pinot Grigio, a big, luscious Cabernet, or anything in between, all at the lowest prices in town. Visit us today at 51st in Oklahoma and Milwaukee, and on Barstow and Main in downtown Waukesha.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings.
Check out all of our weekly specials at DiscountLiquorInc.com. Happy Easter!
Discount Liquor.
Hi, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Most contractors cut corners and disappear when there's a problem. Not us. Since 1997, we've completed over 60,000 projects, earned thousands of 5-star reviews, and were named 2025 Roofing Magazine Contractor of the Year. We set the standard for exterior remodeling. Trusted by homeowners, proven every single day. We're excited to show you why choosing Infinity means peace of mind. Visit infinityexteriors.com to see why your neighbors trust Infinity.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Game Night, so for Events by Design. Events like appreciation parties and retreats can go a long way towards boosting morale and retaining top talent. Events by Design is your go-to creative partner for employee events that truly make an impact. They help leaders retain top talent by making their people feel seen, valued, and celebrated. The creative team at Events by Design does all the planning and production, making sure things not only look great, but also work. Make a smart investment in your culture today. Search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
Mark Tosher here. People ask, why did I join UW Credit Union? Well, let's break it down. Convenient local branches, easy to use mobile banking app, rewards checking with early payday, and that beautiful Bucky debit card. Also, they've been serving Wisconsin since 1931, which means they have local expertise that's actually local. So stop by a branch or visit uwcu.org to join today and become a UW Credit Union member like I did. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Make your fitness goals last with Johnson Fitness and Wellness, the largest specialty fitness retailer in the country with 5 locations in the Milwaukee area. At Johnson Fitness and Wellness, you'll find top-rated treadmills, strength equipment, ellipticals, bikes, and more, all guided by certified fitness experts who match the right equipment to your goals, space, and budget. And with white glove delivery and installation, plus flexible financing options, you can build your home gym with confidence. Visit one of their stores today or online at johnsonfitness.com.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We will get to it all today on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Frank Kaminsky scheduled to join later in the program. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman all together. Alex Strofe is running the show. 800-990-3776. That is the Carbless Talk and Text line for you to get involved. You can see us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Of course, you need to have the ESPN Wisconsin app. A lot of people were up in arms about the fact that you hadn't heard much out of 1265. Not a lot of media availability. Not hearing from the coaches. Not understanding why Rich Bisaccia was gone 40 days later. Are they confirming that they're in a 3-4? Or do we have to continue to read between the lines on titles for assistant coaches? Well, I think the place to start is where the players graded the Green Bay Packers. And Matt LaFleur's approval went down. Take a little survey. And this was not in the point of the season where they had lost 5 games, if I'm not mistaken. This was right before things went south with the Green Bay Packers. And despite that, the rating for Matt LaFleur went down. Here's how Matt LaFleur responded today in some media availability.
About it. I think there were some guys that were upset about roles last year, and I think that took a toll on our football team. So you need guys that bring great energy every day. I think from a coaching standpoint, role clarity is key. So we got to obviously do a better job communicating with our players. Hey, here's your role, and if you're unhappy about your role, it's on you to do something about that, to carve out a bigger role on this football team.
Matt LaFleur, about players being upset about roles, says they need more role clarity. If you're not happy with your role, do something about it. We turn to the former NFL player himself, Brad Nortman.
This is ridiculous. The void of leadership on this team is becoming more and more eye-opening, because if it doesn't surprise me that there are guys on the team, any given team, all 32 NFL teams, that are upset about their role, right? Everybody wants to play more. Everyone wants more stats. Everyone wants more opportunities. And in any given year, there's probably a guy or two, maybe a handful, that are unhappy with it, because not everyone can be happy. But the fact that Matt LaFleur said that took a toll on the team, I'm sorry, but that's the role of leaders in your locker room, to get those guys right, to either put them in their place if they need to, or encourage them if they need to come along. Because I'm guarantee it wasn't these guys. I'm guarantee the guys that were not upset with their role were Jordan Love, Micah Parsons, Zach Tom, Tucker Kraft, Xavier McKinney, Josh Jacobs. Those are your 6 core leaders, your 6 core centerpieces of the franchise right now. So those are the guys, in addition to Matt LaFleur, that if there's anybody else who falls into the next tier, which is not an elite top player on the team, to get them right. I mean, I knew in Carolina and in Jacksonville, if there was a guy that was upset, if there was a guy that was out of place, that was not moving in the direction of the team, I know exactly who the guys are that would sit down with them and get them right. First of all, Ron Rivera would have none of that. He would have none of that, and he would get them right. But then it wasn't necessarily Cam. He was more of the on-field superstar. But you got Ryan Khalil, Greg Olsen, Luke Kuechly, Thomas Davis. You had guys that were...
Greg Olsen saved your career.
Greg Olsen saved my career.
In the shower.
In the shower. Pep talk in the shower.
Naked.
Not because I was disgruntled. Because I was going through a little something my rookie year, and what do you know? Saved my career. But those are the guys that were experienced vets, that had been there, done that, had the respect of the locker room, and they'd probably start by saying, you know what? We need you. Like, we can't have you like this. But if you did not respond in such a way that would come along with the team, they'd have no problem to say, you know, I'm not going to say what they say on the airwaves, but rule with a little bit of an iron fist. I just look at the fact that non-marquee, non-elite guys upset with their role, that takes a toll on the team. That impacts the team to have the success that they should have had. That's ridiculous. I go to leadership. I go to those main guys, primarily Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love. If you cannot get those guys right in the same direction, who are probably role players, borderline starters, then you have a void in leadership, and that is something that if they don't get fixed, then they're going to continue to have problems.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for Matt LaFleur is time for Matt LaFleur to be an alpha dog. I know Ben jokes and calls him Matty Mouse, but I do...
Joke?
Okay. I do
Matty Mouse is real.
Yeah, I do think there's some realness in that, in the fact that, listen, I need him to put his foot down. I need him to be a no-nonsense alpha dog Matt LaFleur, where he lets everybody know from the jump that everything will be earned, because he said, you know, we didn't do a good job of maybe communicating roles. That should be day one. The biggest mistake the Green Bay Packers made was anointing Nate Hobbs as the starting corner when Nate Hobbs didn't deserve to be the starting corner. Performance should dictate the playing time that players get. That is the type of mentality that they need to have, because the great organizations, the great teams, the great head coaches, they understand just because you came in with a first-round pick, just because you came in with all the money, doesn't mean you're going to be anointed anything. You need to earn stuff, and I feel like Matt LaFleur might have he falls into that trap where, especially when you sign guys, they have to play. We all know, and granted, the offensive line with issues, they probably didn't have enough depth in order to bench Aaron Banks, but Aaron Banks didn't play well. Maybe his behind need to be benched. Nate Hobbs, they kept trying to put him out there, and he kept failing to the point where we put in a dude, a third-string dude, that ended up messing up his ankle against the Baltimore Ravens.
No, you're getting confused there. That was Carrington Valentine.
It was Carrington and Nate Hobbs in that game, wasn't it?
Carrington was so bad he got benched, and then he had to come back in because everyone else kept getting hurt.
But what I'm saying is allow for the cream to rise to the top. And I think that Matt LaFleur has not done a good enough job of that and just allowing for guys to run amok at certain points. So I need alpha male Matt LaFleur to come through. If Carrington Valentine wants to be disgruntled, which I'm guessing he's probably one of the guys that was disgruntled last year, maybe Nate Hiles was disgruntled, Quay Walker had some negative things to say at his locker before when the season ended. He needs to be an alpha male and tell everybody from the jump, I don't give a dang who you are. You need to prove that you deserve this playing time. That's how you build a culture, and that's the culture that we need. Accountability.
I think it's fascinating that he called out as the head coach, like, that we need to do a better job defining roles. Like, how is that the case? That can't be something that comes out of the head coach of an NFL team's mouth that's been there 8 years. That's crazy to me. We will get to a lot more from Matt LaFleur, but yesterday was electric. I mean, huh? All right. Strofe is shaking and moving back there with Frank Kaminsky. Frank Kaminsky is going to join us next on the Yuengling Legends hotline. And then I got to get to the freaking Milwaukee Brewers because I can't believe Kyle turned off the game because he doesn't know this team doesn't quit. They don't quit.
Quitter. Game 3, quitter.
You're all lying.
No, I had it on.
You were paying attention the whole time when they're down 7-2?
Yes.
We went on a walk as a family.
Okay.
I had my computer with Brewers.tv, and I had the March Madness games.
You were watching March Madness, and you just
I had them both, dude. You had none, and so you're lashing out right now.
That's not true. Not true. I just turned it off.
You know who probably didn't turn it off?
You took the L.
Because he's a White Sox fan.
Oh, Frank Kaminsky
is our next guest. Frank, next.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman.
Babe Ruth was short, fat. Well, I don't know how short he was. He looked short in the video. He was fat. He was stubby. He looked fat. He tried it. He didn't have a sprint. Have you ever seen Babe Ruth sprint? I wonder how many steals he had. 0.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Elevate your game day gear or any outfit with official merchandise from the Milwaukee Bucks Pro Shop. From authentic jerseys to exclusive apparel and accessories, the Bucks Pro Shop has everything you need to showcase your fandom wherever you go. Cheer the deer to victory with authentic Milwaukee Bucks items. Visit us at the Bucks Pro Shop at Fiserv Forum or Bayshore Mall, or shop online at shop.bucks.com.
Beautiful day for Brewers baseball. Brats in one hand, your Brewers checking card from Associated Bank is in the other. And with a tap, it's 20% off gear at the Brewers team store. An express entry so you can tailgate longer. And up to 50% off home game tickets. All that power, all for the crew. Only with Brewers checking from Associated Bank. Join the crew at AssociatedBank.com/Brewers. Member FDIC.
We see you out there coming up with original ideas, which is why you shop at Blaine's Farm and Fleet, because you know when inspiration rises, we'll have what you need to make it happen at prices that make it possible. Get a head start on spring savings with $7 off Estate Crabgrass Preventer, just $29.99, 20% off all Jiffy seed starting accessories, and get $2 off assorted AgriMaster livestock feed. Find the value you need to do things your way. Blaine's Farm and Fleet, being original.
The Island Resort and Casino welcomes you to another unforgettable golf season at Sweetgrass and Sage Run. Beginning in July, stay and play guests can preview the brand new 9-hole Cedar course, inspired by the golden age of golf. At the Island, your golf trip becomes a full resort experience with relaxing spa treatments and exceptional dining to thrilling casino action. Courses open May 1st. Plan your golf adventure today at islandresortgolf.com.
At Gruber Law Offices, our biggest priority is the care and service we provide to our clients. We know accidents can be overwhelming, and we're here to help every step of the way. Call now. One call, that's all.
You asked and Carbless delivered. The fan favorite grapefruit flavor now has its own 4-pack all to itself. That bold, bright, perfectly balanced citrus taste that you've been pulling from the variety pack, it's now front and center in 4 cans, 1 box. Crisp, refreshing, not too sweet, and nothing else has changed. 0 sugar, 0 carbs, just 100 calories and gluten-free. Clean ingredients and big flavor. Always no compromises. Grab the new Carbless grapefruit 4-pack wherever you get your Carbless and find a location near you at drinkcarbless.com. Carbless, bold flavor in every sip.
$2.3 million. A recent Schwab survey of Americans says that it takes $2.3 million to be wealthy.
Well, you may have had your financial plan set on a bigger or a more humble number. But if you're looking for added insights on how to get there or how to avoid some tax pitfalls on the way, Annex Wealth Management is ready to listen. Mark Tauscher here, and whether your situation is complex or simple, the Annex Wealth Management team can give you wealth expertise and guidance on reaching your goals. Annex Wealth Management. Know the difference.
We have standards in Wisconsin. Cheese should squeak. Sports and tailgating go hand in hand with brats aplenty. And beef is a delicacy where each bite makes you close your eyes for a second. For 50 years, Bunzel's has been hand-selecting the finest beef, making homemade specialty sausages, and crafting award-winning jerky right here at home. Because Wisconsin is still cattle country, quality isn't optional. It's expected. And after 5 decades, Bunzel's still delivers. Stop in today at 90th and Burleigh or at bunzels.com.
Students learn best when they can put their knowledge into action. JA's Stock Market Challenge teaches high school students how to analyze stocks and how current events impact value. Thanks to RSM, our partner that makes this program possible. It's just one of many ways JA brings learning to life. To learn more, visit wisconsin.ja.org.
National Player of the Year, Wisconsin legend Frank Kaminsky joins KBN on the Yuengling Legends Line.
Bedbrust, Kyle Wallace.
Come on now, people use that.
Did we
right.
both just sneeze?
Who's
Brad Nortman?
Best friend stuff.
Alex Strofe running the show. Strofe lied. He doesn't know how to book a guest or a time.
Ben
He's having a lot of issues with Frank Kaminsky.
Whose pop filter is that? You just sneeze in somebody else's pop filter. You're gonna leave
Over
there?
the top.
Yeah,
loud.
Take that off before Homer gets in here. Homer's old. He can't handle them type of germs.
His immune system ain't ready
Yeah,
for
throw
that.
that away. I see your snout on it. He's just smiling. I literally see.
Bro,
your snout.
I was in the middle of talking and it just hit me. I don't know what you want from
And
me.
then you sneeze into the mic.
Kyle is a fake fan. That's right, Chris. He did turn off the game.
Oh, here we go.
But here's the
Maybe
thing,
I'm
like
the problem.
when they won 14 straight games, weren't they down in 8 of them?
Bro, it was.
Yeah.
They come back. The culture is the culture.
It happened so fast. Typically,
Exactly why you don't turn it off.
No,
We're
typically.
talking about the Brewers winning yesterday 9-7 against the White Sox to sweep the series 3-0 to start the year. As
Cardiac
Kyle
crew.
Wallace is the same fair weather backpedaling.
No, I was happy that the Brewers won the series. They were down 7-2. You just had the vibe like, today may not be the day. It may not be the day, but guess what? I was wrong. I'm happy to be wrong, and I didn't get to see it live. And literally, when I turned on the game, Trevor McGill was out there finishing it out, and I got to celebrate that. But then I had to go watch the highlights.
I got to celebrate the close.
Literally, it was the end. And so I went back to watch the highlights, and boy, was that exciting. I wish I would have saw it live. I wish I would have been able to
You could have if you truly
Next
believed in
next
Pat
time.
Murphy and the Milwaukee Brewers.
Next time you're going to stick around?
There's 162 games.
It's the White Sox.
Well,
They stink.
Or the Brewers are just that good. You can't say they
This
stink.
could
yet.
be the year.
Because remember, people could have told the Yankees, it's the Brewers. They stink.
No, they had won back-to-back NL Central championships before that.
They weren't picked to win
The
the
White
NL Central.
Sox suck.
Well, we'll find out how sucky they are. They may win 70 games.
Bryce Serang with the knock, Luis Rengifo with the single, and Yelly comes off pinch hitting and hits a no-doubter.
Dude,
Not a
it
bat
was-
flip, he called it a bat drop.
It was beautiful. I think he got inspired from the World Baseball Classic with that celebration.
Yeah, it's very rare you see that
Emotion.
type of swagger emotion from Christian Yelich. He's
Yeah.
usually the even-keeled, like happy but never do the flashy type thing. That's as flashy as you're going to see from Christian
You
Yelich.
hang
like that
him, he
side of him.
bangs him.
I like that side of him.
I love that side of him. That was great.
Look, despite it being the White Sox, it feels a hell of a lot better than 0-4.
Oh,
With a
yeah.
minus 34 run differential. They've scored 29 runs already to start the year.
Money too, baby.
How?
Well, I run line on Saturday.
Look at you.
Minus 1.5. I said, well, that's easy.
Confident.
I said, that's super easy. Minus what? Chad Patrick.
How'd you
going out
find
there.
your way to Potawatomi Sportsbook?
After the analysis live?
Oh.
I was at Pato. I didn't see you. I was expecting to see you there.
I was there for a little bit, yes.
When?
Right
When?
away.
When?
I was there like for the first 15 minutes.
What's the point of coming then?
I show face, and then
nobody
I
was
realized that it was going to be teammates getting very, very liquored up. Like one Alex Strofe rumors say it was 4 a.m. when he went home.
4
Oh, my
a.m.?
gosh.
Got after it, yeah. Had a good time.
I was trying to get him to leave because his fiance wanted to leave. He didn't.
No, she
What
changed
time
her
was
mind.
that at?
She changed her mind.
That was at midnight. Oh. And so I told
Kyle, she changed her mind.
No, you forced her to
Yeah,
change.
she didn't have a choice.
Ask her.
If I can
Ask
argue.
her. I want her to go. I want her to go home.
Stroh
That doesn't sound like Stroh.
Stroh forced her to stay. I said, Stroh, if she wants to go home, go home. He said, no, I want to gamble. That's what I want to do. I'm here. And I was like,
oh my
okay.
gosh, he is not wearing the pants in that relationship.
Well,
please, can I play? Can I play?
I was actually shocked because he put his foot down. He was not leaving.
But he was like a sassy foot down.
It was a little sass. He had a little zest on it, but he put it down. And I was very proud. I mean, me and my baby, we had to go. It was 12 o'clock. I said, it's time to go.
Yeah, that's late for Kyle Wallace.
Oh, my gosh. I was falling asleep driving home.
Crazy.
That's not good.
That's not good.
Okay, exaggeration.
Yeah, okay.
But I don't remember walking into the door till 1 a.m. I'm like, geez, it's exhausting.
So in Brewers fashion, it was a perfect way to at least see the culture is still there. The culture is 100% still there with a no-quit attitude. Every at-bat, every player, no matter who it is, that translates. That translates every single year when you have Pat Murphy and you have the belief of guys who had done it last year and again. You can relive all the frustration heading into the season about the disrespect of where they were picked, and there's still a long way to go. It's not saying they're going to win the division, but the way that they played all 3 games was Brewers baseball. I think about Brandon Sproat, who got rocked, right? Had a bad start.
Mm-hmm.
But him post-game talking about how it was like, you know what? Like, it was awesome to see that the guys didn't quit, like, despite me not having my performance. I had flashbacks of listening to maybe, although Quinn Priester won, I think it was 16 game starts in a row, not wins in the column, but at times when he maybe had a 4 earned game, the crew kept battling. And that's what we've known this Milwaukee Brewers team to do is battle no matter what the circumstance. And I just wish our very own Kyle Wallace remembered that from 2025 and didn't turn off the TV in 2026.
I will say this quickly is that the Brewers winning, that was something for the new guys to understand that this team always fights and they're never out of it, so they'll feel that vibe. But for Brandon Sproat after to understand, even in a bad start like that, this team's never out of it, that can give him the confidence moving forward to get settled in because he never really got settled, right? So for him to be able to get settled in and understanding, I allowed a couple runs, but this team's going to have my back. Because right away in the first inning, they responded right away, but he couldn't really get settled in. But it's good moving forward as he grows with the Brewers to know that, hey, I might have a rough start, but I know these guys got my back.
This is way different, but very similar in a different way in terms of gaining confidence. I remember going to a bar at Madison when I was not supposed to be at the bar. And some people that I didn't know came up to me and they just go, hey, Ben, I just want you to know, the hood is behind you. I was like, the hood is behind me. Ooh, let's go. I was like, I'm balling out here because I got the hood behind me.
That's right.
It's good that
Sproat's got the Brewers behind him.
Well,
very similar.
Of all the major team sports, baseball is probably the most inherently individualistic. So we can take for granted how hard it is to embed good culture into a team, and the Brewers have that. So we just can't forget how great that is.
All right. Well, joining us next, I think, because Stroh finally figured out how to book our guest, is Frank Kaminsky on the Yuengling Legends Hotline. Frank Kaminsky, White Sox fan, suck it. Next.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
His career success rate was 51%. That's trash.
That is trash. That's really bad.
I'm Ricky Henderson in 1923. I want y'all to understand that.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. National Player of the Year.
Pink left hand, and the game is tied.
Kids magical. Wisconsin legend.
Dump it inside. The back in. It's Kaminsky.
Frank Kaminsky joins KBN.
Who was your favorite teammate of all time?
See, it's a baiting question because you want me to say you.
On the Yuengling Legends Line.
No, I'm not.
What?
No, it's not me.
You were annoying to play with.
Yuengling, America's oldest brewery. Now available in Wisconsin. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Hey fans, John Kuhn here, team captain of the Potawatomi Sportsbook, and there's a reason it's considered the Midwest premier place to bet on all your favorite sports. The full bar, awesome dining, 2,000 square foot screen, and nearly 100 betting kiosks makes for an unbeatable playbook. Bet above the rest, only at Potawatomi Sportsbook in Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 to enter casino.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Turn your dream kitchen into a reality with the IKEA Dream Kitchen event. Now through April 21st, IKEA family members save 10% when they spend $3,000 or more on section kitchen cabinets and eligible appliances and countertops. That's modern style, smart storage, and everyday functionality designed your way. Plus, section cabinets come with a 25-year limited warranty. Not sure where to start? IKEA's expert kitchen planners are here to guide you every step of the way. Your dream kitchen is closer than you think. So visit IKEA Oak Creek or IKEA.us today.
Elevate your home field advantage by designing it around the way you actually live. Mike Wood here from Callan. What if your home perfectly fit your lifestyle? For 40 years, Callan has helped homeowners like you transform your living spaces from energy-efficient windows and doors to beautiful kitchens and spa-worthy bathrooms, featuring superior quality and craftsmanship you can see and feel for years to come. We start by listening and end with a home you truly love. Request your consultation today at callcallan.com and click the green button. Callan. Design, build, live.
Summertime is when you'll find the largest selection of homes on the market.
But it's the bottom of the ninth, as it's also the time when homes move the quickest.
This is Tony Wendorf with Tony Wendorf & Associates, powered by Keller Williams.
And I'm Andrea Woshinski. With more buyers competing, preparation, speed, and expert local guidance can make all the difference.
Start your home journey today with our white glove service at wendorfteam.kw.com.
Tony Wendorf & Associates.
A real estate team driven by faith, gratitude, and results.
Come grow with us at Glenroy. For more than 6 decades, our family-owned company has built its reputation on quality, reliability, and providing strong career opportunities in our community. As the packaging industry rapidly grows, so does Glenroy. Here, you'll find competitive wages, a clean, modern workspace, fully vested 401k, yearly bonus award, and the chance to build a manufacturing career with purpose. Apply today at glenroy.com/careers. That's GLENROY.com/careers.
Fisco is always there for your auto body care. When accidents happen, Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin is there when you need them. Got a broken mirror? They'll take care of it. Dented bumper? Scratch paint? Fisco Auto Body will take care of it. If there's any damage you need fixed, Fisco has you covered. Their expert workmanship is guaranteed for the life of your vehicle. So stop in for all of your auto bumps and dings. Once again, you know the line. That's Fisco.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. National Player of the Year.
Charging inside against Kaminsky. He's blocked away.
Wisconsin legend.
I think he is one of the top players in the country that I've ever coached, for sure.
And the guy who carried Ben's college career.
I think that really showed at some points during the second half.
Frank Kaminsky joins KBN.
You were annoying to play with.
You really were.
On the Yuengling Legends line. Yuengling, America's oldest brewery. Now available in Wisconsin.
Joining us now on Kyle Brust Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin is Frank Kaminsky. I'm glad him and Alex Strofe texted 18 times to figure out how to get him on the air. Frank, welcome into the show.
Hey man, when you got kids now, it's not always the easiest thing to schedule.
Kid.
I'm a kid, and I take care of myself. So I got my son and myself. Those are the 2 kids I'm taking care of.
What about your wife? You should be making sure she is taken care of as well.
She's the adult in the room.
All right. Well, poor her. I'd like for you to comment on something that I saw you tweeted about, but we're going to play something for you from a very disgruntled teammate of ours, Jim Rutledge of Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I've lowered my expectations, not for great guard, but for the overall ability for Badger basketball. I almost look at them as a Cinderella if they get past the Sweet 16. And I think that's how you have to adjust your expectations with the current structure of the Badgers leadership. I don't know if that's a college basketball, college football, college athletics problem, or if it's a Wisconsin unique problem, but Wisconsin, in the age of NIL, is far closer to being a mid-major on the football and basketball side of things as far as what you're winning as they are to being a blue blood.
That's our teammate Jim Rutledge, 4 to 6 on 100.5 ESPN Madison. I think you had tweeted, "This is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard." Almost like the Billy Madison quote. Everyone in this room is now dumber. Would you like to expand?
I mean, it's a ridiculous take. I mean, the distance between a mid-major from the NIL perspective and the winning perspective to what Wisconsin basketball has achieved over the last, let's say, 30 years is not even close.
But he mentions NIL era, not the last 30 years.
That's what I'm saying. So we want to go NIL era only. You're still closer to the blue bloods because at any minute with a school like Wisconsin, you can become, a big money school. It just hasn't happened yet, but this is still being played out. Things are still being figured out from day one because they opened up the floodgates of NIL and just were kind of like, all right, everyone can get paid, like go do whatever you want. Things are still getting ironed out. Obviously, when you have a school like Kentucky and Duke and all these other big programs just throwing money at the basketball, that doesn't work either. So it's like, yes, is Wisconsin basketball a blue blood? No, not right now. But are they a Cinderella mid-major type school? Absolutely not. When you're competitive in the Big Ten every year, and I think it's blatantly obvious that this year the Big Ten was a very, very good conference because you go into the tournament, you never know who's going to be the best conference. ACC, Big 12, Big 10, SEC, American Conference, Big East. You never know who's going to have, like top dogs. And Wisconsin was competitive with obviously the best programs in the country this year. So if you want to say it's like a Cinderella type situation, if they win a couple games in the tournament, I just think that's a ridiculous thing to say. And also I'm on the line of, when you're in Wisconsin and it's your school, I'm not going to sit around here and just throw negative comments and bad worldviews out there and just make it seem like everything is on fire all the time. That's just not my way of doing things. Like I'm going to try to see the good in what's been happening and know it can get better. I'm not just going to sit here and try to throw gasoline at a situation and hope someone lights it on fire. Like it's just not my way of doing things. And so that's why I think it's just a stupid take, because not only is it wrong, we're not anywhere close to a mid-major, but like we've been one of the most successful sports schools, in the whole country the last however many years you want to go far back. And it's going to continue that way because the tradition is going to come back. Yeah, it's been rough figuring it out here in the first, 4, 5, 6 years of NIL, but it can only go up from here and it will continue to go up. And that's my opinion. I don't even know who Jim Rutledge is, but I just know he's probably not having a good time with himself right now.
Frank, that's hilarious. You're probably spot on. But you talk about somebody throwing gas on flame or fire on houses, on things. How are you friends with Ben Brust? That's all Ben Brust does is throw literally gas on stuff and light stuff on fire.
Not when you call it how it is.
He's an agitator, Frank.
He is an agitator.
Ben says some really stupid things. I don't know where I'm going with the thought. Ben just says some really stupid things.
All right. Period, sentence, period. Statement, period, statement, period. Speaking of throwing gasoline on things, it's going to be really hard for you not to throw gasoline on Alex Strofe. Not only from his bad scheduling with you, but last week we showed you him not being able to bench 95 pounds. You threw some gasoline on that. You basically said, how are you, grown man? Which is true. And he couldn't do an L-cone drill. We have more. It gets worse for you, Frank. So turn your attention, and if you're listening, YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. This is Alex Strofe attempting to play golf 4 or 5 years ago.
Don't worry about killing it. Just let the club do it and keep your head down. Down, bud. You're fine.
My God.
You're trying to crush it. Just nice and easy. Let that club head do it, and just hit behind the ball.
Why did I make contact?
Look at the back of the ball. The back of the ball, where that X is.
Yep.
Stare at that.
Stop watching. Why did I make contact?
Keep your head down. Dig down deep for it.
All right, this is it.
Oh my God.
Everything's falling apart.
Get in the cart. You're done.
Ben Hamilton, so much patience. Ben Hamilton,
That-
so much. Matt Hamilton, so much patience.
That was Olympic gold medalist Matt Hamilton helping Alex Strofe not hit the ball. Frank, you're an avid golfer. What do you make of Alex Strofe?
That has to be a spoof. What's that the word?
You
The
said that
spoof?
last time. Strofe.
There's no
Speak for
way
yourself.
this stuff is serious. There's no way any of this is
I'm Team
serious.
Frank. It's all Frank.
He has like a muscular disorder that hasn't actually been like diagnosed.
When this originally
There's-
came out a couple of years ago, Greg Scalzo asked me if I needed a lobotomy.
There's got to be something going on, dude. I'm sorry. I'm not like either you're just not like your brain never got in sync with the rest of your body, or there's just I don't know. Or you have to be doing this. I'm not going to accept it. The only logical explanation is that it's a joke.
Frank, assuming
And that
it's
you
not
just-
a joke,
you-
have you ever seen somebody so unathletic? You've seen the 3-cone, you've
No.
seen the bench, you've seen the. Is this the most unathletic person you've seen in your lifetime?
I mean, athleticism doesn't even come into factor. Like you can't even say unathletic because there's nothing to like. There's nothing to go off of. Like the template
You
is
didn't hit it. Like it's
the template is swung something and missed 14 times in a row.
All right. Well,
And then
it
the
gets worse,
throw
Frank.
at the end was even bad.
The throw.
The throw was even bad. For an anger throw, that was horrible.
It gets worse. There's no audio for the radio audience, so I will be doing my best here. Playing softball, hitting off a tee. Here is Alex Strofe. Kyle, I'll let you get in this one.
Oh, well, I mean, he's making a little bit of contact, but the leg kick is pretty. Why
is there such a wind-up?
Yeah, Strofe, there's a wind-up, and the leg kick is like disgusting.
No, this was about a minute in, so I was getting gassed at this point. So I really needed to use the leg kick to get any contact.
What was the leg kick for?
I was trying to elevate the ball so I could hit home runs. I did hit 2 home runs for the record. I want the record to show that.
On how many attempts?
Like 40.
Oh boy.
Should we bring Frank in on the decathlon and ask him how he thinks he would handicap favorites?
I mean, I don't know if he's gonna.
This is a low light from
Yeah,
Strofe.
so
Or highlight, I
we've
don't know which
created
one.
a decathlon similar to Billy Madison, Frank, for Kyle Wallace and Alex Strofe. Kyle got to pick 3 events. Strofe got to pick 3 events, and then the fans of KBN and Brad and I picked the final 4. Kyle stacked the deck. He did a 75-pound bench rep out, which obviously Strofe's not going to be able to do well. The L cone, which is just going to embarrass him further. A 100-meter dash.
Which Strofe thinks he can win.
Strofe threw out darts, pickleball, the ultimate Packer-Backer trivia challenge, and then Brad and I added in the 100-meter freestyle swim, a game of horse, cooking a taco for us, and the newlywed game on how well they know their fiancés. Who do you have in the 10 events?
So hold on. Just how many are athletic events versus how many are non-athletic events?
3, pickleball 4, horse 5,
Freestyle swim.
Does darts 6. Count? Does darts count?
No, darts does not count.
So 5 to 6.
Horse
Okay,
doesn't
of 10.
count.
Horse doesn't.
Horse
yes,
is
it
athletic.
does.
I'm winning
You have
horse.
to put
Swinging
the
a
ball
golf
in the
club
hoop.
is the
I would
same
in fact
thing as
handicap
horse.
horse maybe as my top win other than darts in the newlywed game.
Has anybody here
Didn't
seen
he-
him shoot
hey.
basketball?
Hey, he made a 3/4 court shot in 3rd grade. Okay.
Hey, you still believe that?
I
You
was a
still
really
believe
strong
that?
3rd grader.
Allegedly.
I believe it.
footage.
I still somehow I believe it.
Yeah, we've worked with him for 2.5 years, and none of us have ever seen him shoot a basketball.
That's why he's the dark horse.
Sure, Frank. I guess.
love
It's
you,
the
Frank.
only it's the only thing it's the only thing you haven't seen. I don't know. I'll take him. I'll take Kyle, but Kyle in a landslide, but
Hey,
I think
thanks,
Strofe
Frank.
wins a couple.
Frank, you haven't seen me swim.
I haven't seen Kyle do a thing outside of sit in that chair, and I'll take him right now.
All right, Frank, thinking of the UConn game, would you rather this Wisconsin Badgers team have lost in the first round or have blown the lead like Duke and lost like that in the Elite Eight?
See, isn't it funny that that's something you can debate over? Because it's like people want, I don't know how to say this properly. It's like when you lose is the most important thing, apparently, to people. So, I mean, if you're going to lose the first game, would Guard still be under the same amount of fire if he would have blown a 15-point lead in the Elite Eight and lose on a buzzer beater like that? That would be my question. But, I mean, personally, I'd rather see us lose in the Elite Eight because, you're in meaningful games in March. But, that Duke collapse, I got to be honest, I got a lot of enjoyment watching that. Danny Hurley just face bumping the ref or whatever at the end just brought me so much joy.
Frank, if you guys are in the same situation that UConn was, Ben has the ball, seconds waning. Is he passing to the National Player of the Year and Frank Kaminsky, or is he taking the shot?
Are you saying, so let's say situations are the exact same?
Yeah.
And I'm Caravan.
Yeah. Is Ben passing you the ball?
Oh, I'm Caravan. I'm either shooting or passing to Frank?
Yeah. I want Frank to think what Ben would do. Was he passing it to the National Player of the
Ben
Year,
wouldn't have Ben wouldn't have passed it back to me. No chance.
But it was going in.
But also I would have taken Ben to make that shot. And that's knowing your teammates. Ben had made big, deep threes and half-court shots and buzzer beaters.
Frank, I have to actually disagree with you because in the Elite Eight against Arizona, I was scared to touch the basketball, so I probably would have hot potatoed it over to you and said, good luck, Frank.
I would have taken it. I mean, I wouldn't have been afraid to shoot it, but like if you want to go off percentages and things like that, I would have passed it to you. You wouldn't have passed it to me. No way.
Greedy,
come on,
glory hound.
He actually, so he gave me a compliment, and then it was also a backhand compliment again.
Wasn't Ben 2 for 9 against Arizona in the Elite Eight?
2 for 7. Slow down, Strofe.
5 points,
and he was scared. And there was a little bit of dribble down his leg for sure.
Wow, I missed a wide open layup. Josh Gosser bailed me out with a tip in. I just wanted to win.
I know.
So you saw him choking in that moment. Did you guys say, all right, let's just not
I didn't choke. I just didn't make mistakes.
Okay. You saw him nervous.
I just literally was like, all right, don't mess up, guy.
Well, I mean, in all honesty, I just wanted the ball. So like I wanted someone to give me the ball. And then Trey, in that game specifically, Trey and I were just playing like a nice 2-man game. So it's like, why would we involve Ben when we don't need to?
Yeah, they weren't leaving me either. And so I was like, all right, I'm fine. Just sitting here watching. It's a good view. Good view on the court.
You said they weren't leaving you to shoot?
No.
So, so you were just a decoy in the corner?
Basically.
Yeah. It worked out for us.
Worked out.
Thank you.
Frank, anything you want to add about the White Sox or anything? You don't have to.
No.
I mean, no. Okay. I see you didn't wear the White Sox.
I mean,
does he have it today too?
Oh yeah, always. I have like I have like 75 White Sox hats. That's that's my team. Things will get better.
Yeah, it can't be bad forever.
He's a positive guy.
Yeah, I like it.
He's a glass half full guy. He doesn't want to throw gasoline on the fire.
So the White Sox have had a lot of picks recently. They have the number one pick again.
And the number one
There's
pick
some young
again.
guys that look
and
good.
The number one pick again.
Well, you can't do it 2 years in a row in baseball. So maybe every other year we might get the number one pick. We're going to be good. See, there's a little guy, his brother owns the Phoenix Suns. They're worth a lot of money. He's going to build a new stadium. He's going to open the checkbooks. It's okay. You guys are going to be, when we're the new Yankees in like 10 years, we're going to redo, the new Dodgers with deferred money everywhere all over the cap table.
Y'all got that much money with the owner. I wish. Our owner just wants us to have a fun summer.
Our owner stole sand from a beach.
He did.
That's awesome.
The rich get richer.
You know how hard that is to do?
No, I'm poor. I can go to the beach and steal sand. It's easy. In a little cup.
Yeah, just slowly take it in a jar one by one. You'll be good. It'll only take like the rest of your life to steal enough to make it worth it.
Frank, we appreciate you joining us on this Monday on the Yuengling Legends Hotline. Thank you for your time, and good luck taking care of yourself and your child.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
I don't.
You don't want
appreciate it.
Well, no, you said he's your boy.
Frank's
he had my back, and then until he didn't.
Frank's a glass half full guy, and he still is searching for things to say that are positive.
That's what happens with Strofe, though. He gives you lots of reasons to have to search for reasons to be positive for him.
Yeah.
We're going to take a quick 2-minute break. And also, I do want you to cut the Rutledge stuff.
Okay.
It's so good.
All right.
How you feeling, Strofe?
I feel good. My highlight of that appearance from Frank was when he said, I don't know who Jim Rutledge is, but I assume he's not very happy with himself.
Is anything more true? You let us know. 800-990-3776. Carlos Talking text line. We're back with more in 2 minutes. Kyle, Brust Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin.
All right, Wisconsin, it's tournament time, and Wanna Parlay is where players go to win. From Madison to Milwaukee and everywhere in between, if you're building brackets and backing your picks, now you've got even more ways to cash in. And with brand new alternative lines on Wanna Parlay, you've got more control, more strategy, bigger upside, and don't forget, the world's richest parlay is waiting. Download Wanna Parlay in the App Store today and use code JGC for a 100% deposit match. This tournament, don't just watch it, play it today with the world's richest parlay, Wanna Parlay.
You've already put in the work. Now there's a way to make it count towards your degree. At Lakeland University, your work and life experience can earn you college credit, helping you finish faster, saving time and money. With flexible evening and online classes, plus multiple start dates, Lakeland fits your life. Study 100% online at one of our 6 locations across Wisconsin or on our residential campus in Sheboygan County. Customize your degree to fit your life, your goals, your future, without missing the moments that matter, at work or at home. Your experience matters here. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
Win big with Quick Trip's Red Zone Midwest Tour. You could drive away in a 2026 Chevrolet Traverse Z71. Want in? Stop into Quick Trip. Purchase any qualifying fried chicken or Coca-Cola product with Quick Rewards and you're automatically entered. Want to boost your odds? Grab both in the same stop and you'll score 5 bonus entries. Full details at quicktrip.com/red tour. Delicious chicken, ice cold Coca-Cola, and one incredible ride. Quick Trip's Red Zone Midwest Tour.
Don't miss a moment of the basketball tournament action this March at 3rd Street Market Hall. Home to your one-stop, must-stop viewing destination, 3rd Street Market Hall has over 20 locally owned food vendors, a self-serve beer wall with 24 beers on tap, over 50 HD TVs, and of course, game day specials. It's the perfect place to work remotely or catch a game between meetings or over lunch. 3rd Street Market Hall is the downtown home to basketball this March.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
Kyle Brust Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Big thanks to Frank Kaminsky for joining. Being a big confidence booster to Alex Strofe. He has not seen Kyle Wallace do anything but sit in that chair, and he has Kyle Wallace winning the decathlon between those two, which we'll get to later in the show.
Wild.
Not wild at all.
Yeah,
He's seen video evidence of force,
landslide
videos of Strofe doing things that require athletic ability that he said he doesn't even qualify for being or having athleticism put in the same sentence of his name.
That's very true. He's very unathletic.
This was something that got me juiced up. Because you guys know, I love the way that Pat Murphy gets the Brewers going. And it was Caleb Durbin last year who's struggling with the White Sox. Good trade right now so far. Red Sox. Sorry, we played the White Sox, so it's a bad. The quote last year was like something of the realm of, if you play the Milwaukee Brewers, you're going to have to go 9 innings because we are going to bring it every pitch, every at-bat, and we're going to play that way for 162 games. The new phenomenon is Sal Frelick is standing up basically on the railing when he's not up, or I'm sure when he's on deck, he's still doing it, or in the hole. But when the Brewers players are at bat, he says, drag him, drag him, drag him. And that is in reference to the batter dragging the pitcher. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you're getting a hit every time or you're getting a double. Like, it's not a motivation necessarily that you have to make a monumentous at bat with a home run or whatever it may be at bat. It is, if you go down 0-2, he's still screaming, drag him. Battle off a foul ball. Make sure you take the slider that's off speed off the plate. Get it to a 1-2 count. Work the count up so that pitcher knows. And this is what I loved talking about last year, why I got very frustrated, which I know how great the Dodgers pitching was. But this drag him mentality is something they had last year that I love is already coming out this early in the season. Because that way, every pitcher, I don't care if it's the White Sox or if it's Paul Skeens that we saw Jake Mizrowski go against him, when they were the two pitchers. It doesn't matter who's pitching. They know that when they see the Milwaukee Brewers lineup, they're going to have to go through hell to get far in the game. And that is what I love already reading about from the Journal-Sentinel. Drag him.
All throughout my athletic career, the teams I hated going against the most were the teams that just never died. They never quit. They never died. They were feisty. They were pests. They gave it to you as Sal's describing. If there were seconds on the clock or if there's pitches to be thrown, they were pests and they were non-stop. It wasn't the superstar teams that I was like, oh, here we go. It was like, man, we got to play these guys again. They never quit. They never die. So to ask pro athletes to do that over 162 games when things can get dragged out and you can kind of go through slumps.
Dragged out.
Very good.
Drag him.
It is a testament to the culture that's been built. And as you said, Ben, wondered what would carry over from the special year of 2025. It's clear that culture has carried over and then some.
And that's exactly what you want. I love having that Massachusetts guy with that type of mentality.
The Boston.
Yeah, that East Coast drag him type mentality. But as Brad said,
was that it?
Drag him. I don't know. I've never been.
Just be you.
I've never been to Boston, but I will say
that
this,
was good.
Is that that is the mentality that you definitely need. And when we were talking about earlier during the show of Matt LaFleur saying, there's some guys in the locker room that were disgruntled, which led to him having a B- overall for players grading their overall coaches and guys not being happy, is that when you look at what we've been able to create inside of that locker room, that is exactly what I love, right? And so that's why we need to have a little bit more of that Pat Murphy attitude inside of Green Bay versus what we have right now with Matt LaFleur.
Well, I don't know if you can change Matty Mouse.
But Murphy and LaFleur are totally different.
But everybody understands exactly this is who we're going
to.
But
he came in, and that is who he's been.
Yeah,
You're asking someone to change after 8 years. And now I love what you said, Brad, because it makes me think about those teams. You automatically can think of the games going into your circle. You're like, oh, that's going to be that. And it was Michigan State. It was going to be you come off a screen, you're going to get chucked, meaning you try and go through the lane, they're going to give you a little arm bar, and they're probably not going to call a foul because they just expect it when you play Michigan State. It's something that's part of that game. You're gonna have to battle and earn it. Think about that over 162 games if you can carry that mentality and get that entire dugout to have that same mentality. And again, I said this earlier, culture can carry over. And that is the exciting part about the 2026 Milwaukee Brewers is we saw them do something special in the regular season. They did win the divisional series and go to the NLCS. The NLCS was not what anyone wanted to see in a sweep, but that experience, plus if you can get the roster and the lineup that you have, that we're all a part of everything for essentially the entire team, essentially. There's a couple new faces. I mean, but it's not like Luis Rengifo was a part of the Brewers last year who came up with a huge single for 2 RBIs before Yelich came up and popped one out of there. So, like, the fact that other guys can come in and the culture and somebody that new is coming through in a big spot, that is what I love from the Milwaukee Brewers, and I already can't wait for tonight. You know why? Because there's another freaking Brewers game where they are going to say, drag him every pitch.
Some Brewers news breaking from John Heyman. Cooper Pratt, the Brewers' shortstop prospect, has signed a 8-year, $50 million deal with Milwaukee.
Wow.
Before ever making it to the majors. That's huge.
Jackson Churio-esque.
He's the Brewers' number 2 prospect, only 21 years old. $50.75 million, 8 years, reported within the last 10 minutes.
Joey O.
Well, Cooper Pratt's the shortstop of the future.
Well, Joey O's having a hot start, but
if and when he comes up, that is a discount for a long time.
You're going to have him for 6 years regardless. So you're just basically paying him.
Yeah, you're just making
sure he gets paid. That's huge because Cooper Pratt has not been in the majors whatsoever.
That would make him a free agent after his age 29 season.
That's what the Brewers do,
which is bonkers because he's only 20.
Matt Arnold's already looking at newborns down in South America.
Ben, where would you be if you had $50 million at age 21?
Again, not a good place. Jason Wilde joins us next.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN.
Transformers, Megan Fox.
No, I would say Megan Fox, are all good, but 7:45 is time to go. You got to transform your ass up out of here.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Starting off with some delays along westbound 94 from 27th Street all the way to Hawley Road. The eastbound side's backed up from about Mitchell Boulevard all the way to 35th. Northbound 41 heavy from just before Mayfair Road all the way out past Burleigh. And then on southbound 43, a little bit tight right through the Marquette proper. Traffic is brought to you by the 3rd Street Market Hall in downtown Milwaukee, your home for basketball this March. Stop in for great local food, cold drinks, and wall-to-wall tournament action. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, chance of rain and storms, mostly cloudy later on with a low of 44. Tomorrow, warm with a chance of storms, a high of 65. Weather is brought to you by Infinity Exteriors, dedicated to saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Mother Nature can be unpredictable. Your roof siding and windows shouldn't be. We install peace of mind with transparency and quality guaranteed. Visit infinityexteriors.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
National Player of the Year.
And the game is tied.
Kids magical. Wisconsin legend.
Dump it inside. Get back in. It's Kaminsky.
Frank Kaminsky joins KBN.
Who was your favorite teammate of all time?
See, it's a baiting question because you want me to say you.
On the Yuengling Legends Line.
No, I'm not.
What?
No, it's not. It's not me.
You were annoying to play with.
Yuengling, America's oldest brewery. Now available in Wisconsin. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Look, it's Jake from our store in Kenosha.
Hi, Monica. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Rick. Your email said you had a big surprise. Look and tell me what you see.
Wow, I see 9 perfect examples of the classic diamond solitaire engagement ring.
They're gorgeous.
These rings are exactly what people imagine when they hear the words engagement ring.
Monica, do you think it will always be like that?
Evermore.
That long?
And each of these is 3/4 of a carat.
$998.
Unbelievable. So how much do we sell them for?
That is how much we sell them for. Can we do that?
We're the largest employee-owned jewelry company in America, Rick. We can do anything we want.
But for how long?
Evermore.
People can choose any of the 9 most popular style solitaires, 3/4 of a carat, and each of them was created in the heart of a miniature star.
5 different diamond shapes, 2 colors of gold. Evermore, just $998.
Or $14.98 with 1 carat diamond center with diamonds on the side.
Learn more at KesslersDiamonds.com.
Looking for a dinner that actually impresses and cocktails that keep the conversation going? Head to the 2nd floor of St. Kate the Arts Hotel and discover the Studio Kitchen and Cocktails. Bold, elevated dinners, thoughtfully crafted cocktails. It's the kind of place where every plate and every pour is made with intention. Come for dinner, stay for another round. The Studio Kitchen and Cocktails on the 2nd floor at St. Kate the Arts Hotel.
There's nothing like Milwaukee Bucks basketball at Fiserv Forum. The dunks, the defense, the roar of 17,000 fans. It's even better when you're with friends or family. From jaw-dropping plays to buzzer-beating threes, every game is packed with unforgettable moments that you'll get to share together. So gather your crew and get your single game tickets today at bucks.com/single. That's bucks.com/single.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Game Night Show for Events by Design. Events like appreciation parties and retreats can go a long way towards boosting morale and retaining top talent. Events by Design is your go-to creative partner for employee events that truly make an impact. They help leaders retain top talent by making their people feel seen, valued, and celebrated. The creative team at Events by Design does all the planning and production, making sure things not only look great, but also work. Make a smart investment in your culture today. Search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
He was not taken out of context. He said the whole thing.
Three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year.
I don't think that means much, though. Like, it very rarely happens.
Holding everybody accountable.
They need to be more mature.
Jason Wilde is on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Joining us now on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on the Yuengling guest hotline, it is Jason Wilde of Wilde and Tausch, 9 to noon across these various stations. Jason, what's going on?
Strofe is going to tell you why he's an idiot.
What else did he do today?
Go ahead, Strofe. Go ahead.
All right. So I called Jason. I said, "Hey, man, how you doing? How's life?" And he said, "I'm good. How are you?" I said, "I'm good, man. The new NFL head coach's photo dropped, so I'm overanalyzing it." And he said, "Oh, why? What are you overanalyzing?" And I said, "Well, the brothers are there." And he goes, "Strofe, there's only 30 head coaches in the photo. There's not 32. And then he swore at me and told me I was an idiot because I didn't realize that Todd Monken and Sean McVay were in the photo.
If you're claiming to overanalyze it, at no point did you count the number of
I just assumed it was mandatory, Jason.
Oh, this sounds like a weekly Wilde thing you guys got to work out.
Well, come on. You can't.
He's a liar, Jason. He lies.
Yeah,
that's what he does every week.
Yeah, you can't overanalyze something and then not notice a really important, noteworthy thing, because otherwise you're not overanalyzing it. You're just half-heartedly, half-assedly,
looking at it.
Yeah. I just started analyzing it. My analyzation is not done yet.
What were you analyzing?
Who's sitting by who?
Yeah, I would have loved to have seen the photographer make sure Ben Johnson and LaFleur were sitting next to each other.
Oh, so good.
That'd have been fun.
I wonder, do you think they're dictated on where to go, or do you think it's a free-for-all, and whoever wants to sit or stand?
I don't know, but Mike McCarthy's definitely trying to get behind somebody to, show what he's working with. Jason,
how rude!
I'm analyzing
it. That seemed uncalled for.
I'm analyzing it. Jason,
I have been there. I have been there for the photo many times over the years. It's been a while since I went to the NFL meetings, but it is a free for all. Usually, guys sit by guys they like, so I don't think we ever had to worry about the possibility of Matt LaFleur and Ben Johnson being seated directly next to each other.
It is a fun photo to analyze. I will say that. You can check it out. Adam Schefter tweeted it on Twitter X. Jason, you have had a wish granted. You have heard from Matt LaFleur. Now, not every wish has been granted, but we got some answers from Matt LaFleur about a couple of things. I could ask you about everything. What is your biggest takeaway? Because I'm sure we'll have follow-ups.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's him acknowledging that there was, discord and players who were disgruntled, and how that did have an impact on their season. I mean, injuries had an impact on their season. Some inconsistency on their offensive line had an impact on their season. Lots of things had an impact on their season, but for him to, unprompted. Like the question that Ryan Wood from the Green Bay Press-Gazette asked him was just about how do you get over the hump and be better than the number 7 seed. And he offered that up. And so, again, I respect. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't there. That's based on what Ryan would.
I thought it was connected to them asking about the B- grade and having like the second lowest.
No, that was a follow up after he offered this information, and so, to me, and again, I'm not there. I can't, so I can only base this on, what I either read or what I watched in the videos that people have tweeted out. But, again, I know there are people on the panel who are not big Matt LaFleur guys. I am not anti Matt LaFleur, nor am I unstoppingly pro Matt LaFleur. But I will say this: I respect the hell out of somebody who flat out admits something was dysfunctional and acknowledges the problem, because, as the old saying goes, the first step in solving a problem is recognizing that there is one, and he.
I guess isn't this a weird problem to have right when you like right when you get extended? It just that's the weird part to me.
Well, I mean, the problem existed before he got extended. I mean, he's talking about last season, and then and look, I didn't expect him to say, "Well, yeah, sure." I don't know if it was Rob Domowski that asked the follow up, but I didn't expect him to say, "Yeah," because Rob, I think, asked, "Are those guys mostly guys that aren't here?" And he said, "I don't want to get into it," but Quay Walker was one for sure. I mean, Quay Walker's on the record in Las Vegas talking about how excited he is to be used properly by their defensive coordinator with the Raiders, and the implication is obviously that he didn't feel he was used properly in Green Bay. I have lots of guesses, and Tausch and I spent a good chunk of time trying to figure them out about other guys that might be on their list.
Carrington?
I think Valentine might be one of them. Strofe would have to ask him. That's Strofe's guy.
Golden, maybe?
I would think Golden is.
Really? You think as a rookie?
Yeah, I mean, look, I talked to Matthew Golden toward the end of the season. I wouldn't say at the end of the year, but toward the end. And he was really frustrated, and I didn't think he was unprofessional about it, but I thought he was pretty blunt about how he expected to have a much greater impact. We talked about this at the time. I mean, and I don't blame him. Like, he's a competitor. Now, the question that I have is, how does this stuff get communicated? Because that's what Matt LaFleur then goes on to say in his answer, is that, for him, this is a message that he has to do a better job of communicating. Now, later on in his answer, too, someone asks him a follow-up about, whether or not he thought that contributed to the grade, and he said yes. Like, he feels confident in how most of the guys on his team feel about him. But the bottom line is that, obviously there were guys, and again, I don't know enough about their grading system or what have you to be able to speak intelligently as to, how many Fs do you have to get before you look really bad on this report, right? But he got a B-. He's one of six coaches who had lower than a straight B as a grade. I mean, that you don't want to be in that group. And by the way, as Domowski correctly pointed out in his story, like, LaFleur had an A- a year ago. So again, I don't know how many guys it takes to kind of ruin your grade, but clearly his grade was lower than you would like it to be. And he needs to do a better job, and this is why I think it's important and why I respect him for offering this up, because he did not have to go there. He really didn't. Now, he could have waited for somebody to ask, hey, what's the deal with you getting a B- grade and guys questioning how much you respect them in that NFLPA thing? And then, then he answers it, I suppose, that way if it comes up. But, lots of times good questions get left behind and they don't get asked. So he offered this up. He acknowledged that it was an issue. He said that they have to do more, kind of like finishing games is also something they have to do a better job of. And he moved on from there. So I just thought it was really interesting that he brought this up essentially unprompted.
Jason, I was hoping to get more clarity on the Rich Bisaccia saga, but it seems like more questions than answers came about. Give us an update on what you know and then was updated today, and if you're making any sense of this.
Yeah, I have no idea. Like, how on earth? They never had a direct again, as those guys reported it that are there, they never had a direct conversation about why he was stepping down.
But had
Isn't
a
that
list
the
of
first
guys to replace
question?
him?
Isn't that the first question when somebody, like, I don't know, it's been a while since I've been broken up with, but like if somebody, you think the relationship is fine because that's what LaFleur thought, right? Like he and Goody both were planning on Bisaccia being back, so suddenly he says no, I'm stepping down. Isn't the first question why? Isn't that your first question out of the gate?
Could he be lying to us, Jason?
Well, I don't ever want to call anybody a liar.
Could he not just be disclosing the truth?
I don't. Yeah, I mean, again, it would be incongruous with the guy who also offered up information about what was wrong with his team last year.
Yeah.
I would say this, and I'm not a PR guy. That's not my area of expertise. But I know Jason Wallers, who runs their PR department. I think one of the things that he would always tell players, coaches, anybody, I think he would say, just don't lie. Like if you say, I'm not going to get into that, fine, but don't lie. And so if that was true, that he has not had a direct conversation with him, my follow-up would be, why wouldn't you? I don't understand. How can someone that you were planning on having next season, how could you not have had a direct conversation with him about why he was quitting? Like, I just find that it just doesn't make any sense to me. It's illogical. So, again, I don't know what his reasoning is for saying that answer, but I'm not gonna say that he was lying because I don't know that.
Well, and Jason, he gave him a list of possible alternatives.
So,
it's like your analogy. It's like I'm breaking up with you, but here are the other girls you might be interested in.
Like, did he leave a note on it? That's a good line. Did he leave that? Like, did he leave a note on Matt LaFleur's desk, his resignation letter, and then like
here's a couple of baddies you should look into.
Right. Here's a Post-it note with a list of suggestions I have for your next special teams coordinator. Like, I don't get it. I don't. It makes very little sense to me. But again, if now we've had two topics so far, other than Stroh's quasi close examination of the photos, that have been about communication, right? I mean, there's a communication question too here that we're talking about. So again, I'm not there asking follow-ups. I'm not there giving my opinion, but it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me that someone that you're not like, it's one thing if you were expecting him to leave, right? Like we all kind of thought Jeff Hafley was leaving, right? He was going to get a head coaching job. So I don't get it, but I will say that at some point I hopefully can ask Matt LaFleur that exact follow-up because I don't understand it.
Jason, were there any other big takeaways from Matt LaFleur talking other than the fact that we learned that there was some dissension going on in the locker room, but then on top of that, Rich Bisaccia did not tell him why he left? Is there any other big news stories from it?
Well, I mean, I think one of the more interesting things was him talking about how they need to finish better. And, as Tausch famously would say, no blank. You had at least, 4 or 5 games where you either lost or tied because you couldn't close things out. Chief among them being the playoff loss to the Bears. But beyond that, I don't know. Like, I look at this as a team that I don't know how you fix that. Like LaFleur is quoted as saying by those guys that every period or every drill is going to have a start and a finish, which I want to say, well, I don't know, how's that different than any other drill, right? You blow the horn at the end of the drill. That's how it finishes. So what exactly is that going to look like? I don't know. But they're going to emphasize, and Brad knows this, we've heard it a million times in football, you get what you emphasize. So they're going to emphasize finishing. I don't know what that looks like. We'll watch in OTAs to see what that might look like, but I thought that was the other really interesting thing that he got into was was how they want to emphasize finishing. And then one last thing, Kyle, would be, that he kept his offensive staff largely intact. Obviously they lose Sean Mannion to become the offensive coordinator of the Eagles. But after that, they lost Ryan Mahaffey, their wide receivers coach. But as kind of a rule, they kept everybody else in place, and they replaced Mannion with somebody who was already there, right? In Luke Getsy. So he was asked why he kept it intact, and he basically said, look, we're stripping it down to the studs, and we're going to start like it's day one, year one install, which, again, in year 8 seems like kind of a weird place to be, right? So I don't know what the reasoning is. It's something that I don't know if he expounded on beyond what we've seen on social media, but I found that very intriguing as well.
I'm just going to trust Matt LaFleur with the finishing, even though I feel like that's something that should be preached day one about playing through the whistle and finishing out games. And then the studs thing, he's the offensive genius, so if this is what he wants to try, I got to trust in Matt LaFleur and to get it right and make sure this team executes all 4 quarters.
You don't sound that trusting. That's
you can hear it in his high pitch voice.
It's weird. It seems different, right? Like you said, year 8 talking about finishing. Like I don't even know what that looks like. That seems to be a level of intensity from day one. Like when I did coach high school, very, very different. It was all about finishing, fellas. It was all about fellas. You get out what you put in, and ain't nobody quitting on this team. That should be something from day one. So that's why I'm just I'm questioning that a little bit.
I think I would say this, and Brad, I don't know what your experience is with NFL coaches, but when there's something that's a problem, it becomes something that they just talk about constantly.
Yeah.
But let's be honest. The idea of everyone wants to finish. Nobody says, yeah, let's blow a bunch of leads. And I don't know exactly how you practice that. Here's an idea. Make sure your offense is effective enough that you don't give the ball back. You get into your 4-minute offense and your offensive line doesn't stink blocking, and your running back can get the ball and not get hit immediately. And maybe you can run out the clock so you don't have to have your defense on the field. This idea that you can practice finishing, every practice ends in a 2-minute drill, usually good on good. So, again, I think when you lose as many games late as they did, you find yourself in a position where you're reaching for answers, you're reaching for what to say, and that doesn't make a whole heck of a lot of sense, right? The idea of finishing, that just, again, obviously, no kidding. You need to close out games when you have a lead, and you failed to do that last season, so you got to be better. I would think it would be more about, look, we have to make sure that we are executing at the highest level at the end of games, and are we well-conditioned enough? Because tired teams, no matter what the sport, right, tired teams are the ones that make mistakes late in games, right? I mean, look at Duke yesterday. I don't even know what happened. All they had to do, they could have just held the ball, right? If I understand the timing correctly, and they would eventually drawn a foul at least.
That is correct.
Instead of aggressively trying to break that press, I mean, you're the basketball guru, not mine. But my point is that sometimes you lose games not because you're physically tired and you make a physical mistake. Sometimes that fatigue leads to mental mistakes, and that's how you lose games late. And maybe that's part of their equation. Maybe they need to be more well-conditioned and more mentally tough in the final moments of games.
Well, Jason, we appreciate the time, the insight, and look forward to talking to you on Thursday.
All right, guys. Take care. Be good.
Jason Wilde, listen to him, Wilde and Tausch, 9 to noon across these various stations. Get some more insight. Why don't you hold that thought? We can react to what Jason had to say about a lot of this on the other side. Okay.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN.
You said they are a reflection of their head coach. Yes, he's soft, as he proved with you by signing that damn jersey you had on. You think Campbell would have signed that jersey?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Northbound 41 backing up a bit from Mayfair Road up to Burleigh. Southbound 43 backing up a bit right through the Marquette interchange. And westbound 94 backing up from 35th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound coming out of the Stadium interchange to 35th Street as well. Traffic is brought to you by Glenroy, now hiring. As the packaging industry rapidly grows, so does Glenroy. Apply today at glenroy.com/careers. That's GLENROY.com/careers. And check out the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, chance of rain and storms, mostly cloudy, a low of 44. Tomorrow will be warm with a chance of storms, a high of 65. Weather is brought to you by 3rd Street Market Hall in downtown Milwaukee, your home for basketball this March. Stop in for great local food, cold drinks, and wall-to-wall tournament action. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
March into big savings at Exterior Pros and Baths. Refresh your home this season with energy-efficient windows, durable roofing, beautiful new siding, or a stunning bath remodel and get $3,000 off your project. That's $3,000 in instant savings during their March savings event. But this offer won't last long. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com today. Exterior Pros and Baths. Big savings done right.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Hey, it's ESPN Wisconsin's Alex Strofe. A couple of months ago, I knew one thing for sure. I had the girl. What I didn't know was what came next. Luckily, a friend of mine told me about the team at Robert Hack Diamonds and the job they do, getting you from knowing you have the girl to down on one knee. I had never been through this process before buying an engagement ring. I had an idea of what she wanted. She'd sent me pictures of some hints and some ideas, but I wanted it to be special and different, and that's where Robert Hack Diamonds came in. They created my fiance's dream ring, and it made that moment, that yes, that much more special. So if you, like me, know you've got the girl but don't really know what comes next, go see the team at Robert Hack Diamonds. 3 locations in the Milwaukee area, 1 in Greenfield, where I went, and 2 in Brookfield, north and south. Their custom jewelry is made on site, lab-grown options, natural diamond options, and all the in-betweens. Stop in today or visit them online, roberthackdiamonds.com. That's Robert Hack, H-A-A-C-K, diamonds.com. And after you get that yes, like me, you'll say, heck yeah, thanks to Robert Hack Diamonds.
Let's talk about home turf. Your lawn is a reflection of your pride, hard work, and even competitive spirit. If you want a yard that makes the neighbors stop and stare, you need the right plan. That's where Weedman Lawn Care comes in. Weedman's lawn care program is kid and pet friendly, uses golf course quality fertilizer, and has an effective weed treatment to dominate any issue. Get a free quote of Weedman's winning formula for your yard at weedman.com and get 50% off your first treatment. That's weedman.com. Weedman for the win.
Hey fans, John Kuhn here, team captain of the Potawatomi Sportsbook, and there's a reason it's considered the Midwest's premier place to bet on all your favorite sports. The full bar, awesome dining, 2,000 square foot screen, and nearly 100 betting kiosks makes for an unbeatable playbook. Bet above the rest, only at Potawatomi Sportsbook in Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 to enter casino.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Thanks to Jason Wilde for joining us on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman last segment. If you've missed any of the show, go to YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, at ESPN Madison, or the ESPN Wisconsin app. Kyle, you wanted to jump right in after Jason was done answering some of our questions about Matt LaFleur, the loss of the locker room, kind of, the miscommunication,
Well, no,
Rich Bisaccia.
It was more focused on, I want to see Matt LaFleur turn it up this summer. I know these guys in the NFL get a little soft when it comes to conditioning, but I want him to really run these guys.
Let's run Tucker Kraft, Zach Tom, and Micah Parsons into the ground off of injury.
Love, wear him out.
Condition these guys and make them have to fight through mentally when they're tired. Because the Green Bay Packers this year mentally were not where they needed
Nate
to
Hobbs
be.
was playing hard in the offseason. He was hurting people.
Mentally, they weren't able to finish games. They allowed for this whole moment of, oh my gosh, things are falling apart, to get to them, even to our dang kicker where he ended up choking multiple times. So Matt LaFleur needs to condition the heck out of these guys, have them condition, blow the whistle, have them line up, and
You're
then do
talking
good
about
on good.
running suicides and wind sprints?
I'm talking about whatever conditioning y'all did. Not you, because you probably did the conditioning.
No,
whatever.
Not really.
You don't do conditioning in the NFL.
Well, I heard that they condition
Kyle
themselves
wants
in the
to do
offseason.
up downs.
Yeah,
I know. I need for them to be tired because we all know when you
but
are
then they
tired.
could most likely get injured during practice.
Stop it! Oh, stop it!
You called Jordan Love injury prone, and now you want him doing more?
No, I need for these guys to be mentally tougher, and mental toughness comes from when
it comes from the head coach.
No.
And you're asking someone to change who he is after 8 years. Is what you're asking him to do.
Practices have only gotten easier as time has gone on, even since my time.
I need their practices to be a little bit harder, and I need for them to be gassed and them to have to think straight when the 2-minute drill after doing a whole bunch of conditioning. That's what I want.
So you're saying when Ben Johnson said before that one practice that they're going to find out who the king of the hill is, king of the mountain.
I wouldn't do
and
it
things
that
are
way.
going to be tough.
It worked out for them.
Something like that.
It worked out because they were king.
Well,
of
what
the
do you
hill this
want?
year. No, when
Trying
Robert
to thread a needle here.
You know when Robert Saleh said we're going to drag the Packers to the deep end?
Yes.
I need for teams to understand that ain't going to happen. I need for teams to
But
understand.
that's Robert Saleh. Robert Saleh is like a big,
you
defensive-minded, tough guy.
You take on the
Matt
personality of
LaFleur
your
is
head
trying to
coach.
look the best in the coach's photo out wherever they are in Palm Springs or God knows where.
You don't need to be big, buff, and strong to be a
But he's known as a player's coach, and now
he got a B-. So he ain't that much of a player's coach now.
The guy that has people complaining about their roles, giving him a bad grade, are going to be really receptive to him doing more conditioning, which isn't the way the NFL is going.
I pay you. You don't pay me.
He's been the fun dad for now 7 years.
Well,
and he's going to roll in and try to bring down the hammer?
You know what happens? When you get older, you get more irritable. Yeah, I can find myself now. My patience is a little bit thin. I need Matt LaFleur to lose his patience. That's what I need. I need Matt LaFleur to be a jerk. I need him to be more of a jerk.
That's why I call him Matty Mouse.
Well, I need him to not be.
And he's still been that. I need him to hear me say Matty Mouse, be like, I'm no Matty Mouse.
I need him to grow up to be Mickey.
The problem is most of those guys have already seen him as like has already seen him as like, players coach. So you see a guy lose your top maybe a little bit and get a little excited. They'll be, all right, coach. They'll say he's just trying too hard.
They're gonna be like in the locker room.
I'm just gonna be.
You see him try and be somebody today.
Trying to be tough.
I'm just going to be very honest. I like Matt LaFleur. I try to protect him every time I can.
Yes, you do. We know you, Mr. Protector of all things green and gold.
But I know disrespect when I see it. And guys in the locker room obviously might have been, not blatant disrespect, but the chatter and guys upset about their role on a team after Matt probably told them this is what we expect from you, and still talking. The thing Quay Walker said at the end of the year, even having Jordan Morgan talking about, it was tough for him to adjust to have to play right tackle when he's only played left tackle his whole career. And Rich Bisaccia not having the decency to give him a call and explain to him exactly why he was leaving when that was his assistant head coach, the guy that he had a lot of conversations with trying to figure out what to do in game management situations. So I need Matt LaFleur to understand that some of this stuff is disrespectful, and at a certain point, you're going to have to take that disrespect and say, bleep everybody, this is my way or the highway, and I don't give a damn what y'all say, because I haven't won a championship yet, and this is my last shot.
I haven't won a division in 4 years.
He's going to have to be super, super, super consistent with that, because the problem is, I think the NFLPA grade, I blame that more on soft players. Every year there's a player in the locker room who's not happy with their role and wants to be a starter and wants to make more money. But it's on the coach and the leaders to put that player in his place. And Matt LaFleur just isn't doing that.
Listen, you play in the NFL, so you can call the guy soft.
Yeah.
You can do it too.
I mean, coming from me is
like
Christian Watson, a Baruz, you're that guy.
This generation, they're a little bit more like they've gotten everything from NIL money and all that kind of stuff.
Quarterback injury prone.
That's not calling them soft. There's a difference.
Mentally soft.
A Baruz, somebody laying on the ground for a Baruz, I didn't say he was soft. I simply said...
You implied it.
No, I said it's a bruise, okay? We all been bruised
a
before.
Baruz? Christian Watson, a Baruz?
I was shocked, okay? I was very shocked by that. We all were shocked. They were praying on the ground. How many times people pray for a bruise? So I'm just saying, I was shocked to find out it was a bruise. That's all that was. And Jordan Love, that doesn't say he's soft.
We have never seen a Charlie horse like this one, God. Won't he do it?
We need your healing hand.
Please.
I mean, that is wild. I like Christian.
A Baruz.
I mean, I like Christian.
He's a stud when he's healthy.
He is a stud when healthy.
Yeah, he was great off the ACL.
He was amazing.
Yes.
Gonna have to back that up with a great.
All right, why don't you take a lay your seat back a little bit and listen to yourself.
I mean, I think we just came down a little awkward. I don't know if it was his knee or his cleat, but something just kind of hit me in the knee. But I think it hurt a lot worse in the moment than I thought. I'm just thankful and obviously praying that it wasn't too serious and it wasn't. So.
What are the after effects right now?
I mean, it's a little sore, but it's just a bruise, so nothing that's gonna stop me from doing anything.
Wait a minute! Oh my Lord! He said, "Wait a minute! Go back!" He said, "Go back." He think it's a what?
Wasn't too serious, and it wasn't. So.
What are the after effects right now?
I mean, it's a little sore, but it's just a bruise.
Oh,
so.
come on, man!
He left practice with a bruise.
Come on, man! Come on! I got a bruised finger from playing soccer with Ben right now. But I go to work every day. I kept going in at it. A bruise? Bro, I tore both my ACLs. And he talking about a bruise? Come on, dog. In my defense. So good. Wait a minute, but in my defense, I haven't listened to that in a very long time.
I got a bruised finger playing soccer.
I did. That really hurt.
A bruise?
But I mean.
Next.
A bruise? Bro, I tore both my ACLs.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
I can't.
Good guy.
I can't. I couldn't believe y'all lost to TCU.
Yeah, you and me both.
Rough. On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
At Junior Achievement, students learn how innovation, creativity, and entrepreneurship can turn a simple idea into something that changes an industry. With support from Koss Corporation, students are discovering how engineering, product design, and smart marketing bring great ideas to life. From pioneering studio headphones to building a brand recognized around the world, Koss shows students how technology and creativity shape the way we experience music. Learn more at ja.org.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Michelle Smallman.
I understand it's the first game of the season. In the grand scheme of things, you could say it doesn't matter. He's obviously consistent. He's obviously an excellent baseball player. But I think it is a problem because it's symptomatic of the bigger issue with him. The issue with him is not what you're going to do in the regular season. The issue with Aaron Judge is what's going to happen when the lights are the brightest and the stage is the biggest and the moment is the most pressurized. What is going to happen for you when you need to come up in the clutch in the postseason? And when you have, albeit opening day, not as high pressure as some of these other situations we're talking about, but off the heels of the World Baseball Classic, where it was the biggest stage, the biggest moment on the biggest stage you could possibly have internationally, he came up short. So if I'm a Yankee fan, 7-0, we won. Great game. I'm concerned that Aaron Judge went hitless, even though he'll find his rhythm and probably have an awesome season.
Talk about stepping up. It's time to level up your game. Introducing the all-new ESPN app. All of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the most live sports and the best championship moments.
The electricity is palpable.
Step up your game with no annual contract required. It's the ultimate fan experience. Level up for more on the ESPN app or at stream.espn.com. Sign up now.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
It's Mike with Infinity Exteriors. I've seen it all, Wisconsin. Sketchy sales gimmicks for low-quality windows, siding that costs more than a new home, fly-by-night roofers. 60,000 happy customers made a better choice. Infinity Exteriors roofing, siding, and windows all come with our lifetime workmanship warranty, no overcharges, and transparent pricing. At Infinity Exteriors, we're on a mission to save our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
I'm very familiar with Gruber Law offices because they're always out in the community.
Gruber Law offices are known to be honest, hardworking.
They're always involved in our neighborhoods.
Gruber Law offices make our community a better place.
They are the best. For nearly 40 years,
Gruber Law Offices has helped people throughout Wisconsin. If you're injured, we're here to help. One call, that's all.
Wisconsin would not be the same without Gruber Law Offices.
Spring is here, and living with your old, drafty, foggy, dirty, hard-to-open, bad windows is no longer an option. You deserve better windows and doors. At Siding Unlimited, we install top-of-the-line wood, vinyl, and fiberglass windows with options to fit your style, color, and design choices. Built for energy efficiency, installed by our professional craftsmen at Siding Unlimited. Siding Unlimited. Experience, integrity, craftsmanship. Visit sidingunlimited.com today.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Brad, please give a quick update on the Alex Strofe NCAA pool that you joined for $10, and Homer did like 5 entries because Strofe has no friends.
That's right. For the longest time, I was so happy I did it because I was leading the league. But, you know, Duke falls and things go as they may. The most likely winner of the poll this year, who has almost a 50% chance of winning, Jesse Nelson.
Get out of town.
Jesse Nelson is going to clean up in the
You got to hang up the league. If Jesse, you got to hang up the league if Jesse wins.
That alone should be enough to close it down.
First of all, why you guys all got to put Jesse Nelson on the air? His voice is so annoying.
Because you invited the whole world to be part of it.
Yeah, because you have no friends. You were so desperate that you invited Jesse?
And he is now going to become richer because of this. So my $10 is going to his pocket.
Well, it's not my fault you picked Duke, choker.
Okay. Wow. March mode. March trash mode.
How many people are in that one? 46? I think I'm in 40th.
Oh, he's terrible.
I mean, it's March Madness.
Oh, because you're terrible, too?
Yeah, it's March Madness.
He's worse than I am.
It's March Madness, Kyle. I got caught in the madness.
If he was in
the most chalk year ever.
If he was
outside Iowa, it was chaos.
If he was in our pool to equal 47, Ben would be in 47th place.
Wow. I mean, 45, maybe.
47.
Well, I'd have to go through it. But
you
45, 46, 47.
Our college basketball.
Meanwhile, you guys do March mode. Meanwhile, Jesse Nelson's going to win Strofe's poll.
Jesse Nelson needs to be part of March mode next year.
He does.
Yeah,
he can have my spot.
I think we got to hang it up, Benny.
Your league needs to be hung up.
Yeah, how do you feel about having to potentially hand him the money?
I don't love that.
Second, most likely to win. Primetime Wollersheim.
Wow. Another work friend.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, these ESPN guys are real good.
Except for the ones I work with.
Oh, man.
With the show called
What are you, the belle of the ball?
No, my picks suck too.
Where's Homer at? Is he going to win?
He's got 5 entries.
So. He's way down there.
So you can't
chances.
win anymore?
No, I don't think so, no. I'm like 12.
Who does Jesse have winning?
Michigan.
Wow.
I had the privilege of sitting courtside for Wemby, but I have some takeaways from the Milwaukee Bucks as a whole. This is sad. It's all sad. Ugh. Also some stories from Thanalysis Live. Don't go anywhere. We got some good stuff the rest of the way. Jim, Matt, and Molly up next to Madison. DM Sports Show, Beaver Dam. Next. Kyle, Brust Nortman with you till 5 o'clock in 2 minutes.
KBN's the show that never ends.
Backing up a bit from Mayfair Road up to Burleigh. Southbound 43 backing up a bit right through the Marquette interchange. And westbound 94 backing up from 35th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound coming out of the Stadium interchange to 35th Street as well. Traffic is brought to you by Glenroy, now hiring. As the packaging industry rapidly grows, so does Glenroy. Apply today at glenroy.com/careers. That's GLENROY.com/careers. And check out the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, chance of rain and storms, mostly cloudy, a low of 44. Tomorrow will be warm with a chance of storms, a high of 65. Weather is brought to you by 3rd Street Market Hall in downtown Milwaukee, your home for basketball this March. Stop in for great local food, cold drinks, and wall-to-wall tournament action. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Wisconsin weather doesn't wait, and neither should you. At Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, we make upgrading your home simple. Right now, order today and get 0% interest until 2032. You heard me right. 0% interest all the way until 2032. Upgrade your windows and doors now and pay over time without paying interest. With our 10-year limited warranty, you can feel confident in your investment. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. 3/31/2026.
You ever notice that some people are picky when it comes to their beer? But Yuengling gets it. That's why they brew a beer for every taste. Start with a legend, a Yuengling traditional lager, a smooth amber lager that's been around longer than our great football rivalries. Then there's light lager. It's crisp and easy drinking. Golden Pilsner with a clean, refreshing taste, and the Black and Tan, a perfect blend of porter and Pilsner. Whether I'm tailgating, watching the game at a sports bar, or just kicking back, I'm reaching for a Yuengling. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
This is Brian Bulaga. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN.
94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. The 414 Hour on KBN is brought to you by Siding Unlimited. Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's leader in Pella window installation. Looking for new windows, siding, roof, and doors? Visit them at sidingunlimited.com.
It's the 414 Hour at 4 on KBN.
414.
Brewers.
414.
3-0.
Yelling.
Yawn. On them. Yesterday. Cause we 3-0 in the 414. We 3-0 in the 414. We 3-0 in the 414. And we got 3-0 and we coming for your vote.
Wow.
I think they got really aggressive at the end. I think I found my role. I join in once he figures out the thing that we all do. Like,
but you're trying to take over the rap again today.
But he was actually good because he said Yelich when I said Christian, and he said something.
Yelich.
It was actually good. We was in sync actually.
You were talking over.
They were good ad-libs though because I said Christian, he said Yelly, and then there was something else.
You guys need to coordinate. Then you say one, and then you say the next one.
You can't do that in a freestyle.
Who
guys.
are
You can't
y'all?
coordinate.
Y'all don't know rap.
You think he does? You think he does?
Yeah, I mean, he did a good job ad-libbing today. I was impressed. I kind of gave him that look. I said, okay. I feel you. You know what direction I'm going.
Ben getting in it. Hell yeah, that's right, Captain Matty Ice. It's Kyle Brust Nortman. Strofe just wants to hate on everything I do because he's jealous because I did something well there.
I do need to mention something. So typically for lunch, I bring in my own lunch and I eat light because, I don't have money like that. Today, I had a gift card to eat lunch.
I don't have
What's new about any of this?
So I ate a full lunch today, and boy, let me tell you, feeding yourself a full lunch will do wonders for your energy.
So you're saying you starve yourself normally?
Well, I didn't realize I was starving myself. I was conserving myself budget-wise until I made it home. I eat a decent-sized lunch. But
budgeting myself, not from a financial standpoint, but from an intake food.
Are you implying that our program has suffered for the 2+ years we've been on the air because you haven't eaten a full lunch and you haven't had the right amount of energy?
Unless there's food given to us.
Free food, yes.
I bring it every day, but I'm just saying, wow, I literally was thinking today.
How are you not full with all those dips of ranch and chips that you have?
Well, we're cutting that out. We're not doing bread right now, and I put the chips down on
when you
Saturday.
say no
carbs,
is this a you and your baby girl thing?
No, I'm getting ready for the wedding. We're 90 days out, and so I've cut out
90. That snuck up,
bro. Who you?
I guess you're right. It is 90 days.
Who are you telling? It definitely snuck up on me, and so
on your body too.
No, I've been no. I've been working out, so I'm feeling good. The chest is getting better. We're going from a little bit of soft C cups to a little firmer C cup. So we're working on that. And then you can come touch it if you want to.
I see you.
Yeah, you can come touch it if you want to.
I see you.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like they've lifted
defensive?
half an inch.
Yeah,
they used to sag a half an inch. They've lifted half.
Brad, that is true.
They look great.
That's the truth. That's the truth. I feel it.
I'm uncomfortable.
I mean, so
talking about the sagginess of Kyle's man boobs.
Oh, stop it! You talked.
They
about
were.
it in front of
They were.
They've tightened up.
I did talk about your man boobs with our CEO yesterday.
You did.
That
so
is true.
All I'm saying is maybe I need to invest $10 a day in lunch and they'll do a body good.
800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and text line. We all got Kyle's health update for the day.
Bro, I'm so
Kyle,
excited.
Brust Nortman with you till 5 o'clock. And it was quite the Friday. We were here on Kyle, Brust Nortman. Strofe was running behind the scenes at the Analysis Live. Ric Flair, Milwaukee Brewers. Woo! A whole lot of fun. And Giannis Antetokounmpo and Ben Brust are best friends.
Okay. Is this how Strofe makes it seem like you're his best friend? It's the same thing.
Is that even comparable?
Wait a minute.
Ben actually know each other.
I'll say this. I wouldn't say they are best friends, but Ben has a way about him to turn people from hating him to actually embracing him. And
wow.
I saw it happen in front of my... Now, Ben tried to throw me under the bus, but I had to hurry up.
So did Tony Cartagena, producer of the Analysis Show.
I tried to disappear. I became Casper. As soon as they said
he
my
was
name.
Gone.
Yeah. Ben, you want to tell them what happened?
Basically, I didn't know what Giannis was saying to me, but he goes, that one right there, right?
He sure did.
He pointed at he right there. You're a hater.
No, he said, I know that face. I know that face. I don't forget face. I know that face. He's a hater. I said,
He said that about Ben?
Boy,
I said,
I was so happy.
He doesn't forget a face,
He
Ben.
does not. He said, I know that face. I was like, oh, thank goodness he ain't pointing at me.
And I go, me? What about that guy? Look, Kyle's gone in the wind. He wasn't even there where we found. I was like, he was just standing right next to me.
Not me.
I said, I was going to be like, he called you a bad leader.
Yeah, I'm glad
Which you
didn't
do.
Ben was trying to throw me under, but Giannis was trying to go in on Ben. He said, you know how Giannis did that point?
The point.
He was pointing at
that
7
massive
foot.
hand.
Yeah, just looking at Ben. And
massive hand, massive body, massive height, everything.
Yeah,
and you know, Ben squirmed like he does, but Ben just has a way to talk himself out of anything and everything. He went from Giannis Antetokounmpo, a former MVP, a world NBA champion, chastising him about being a hater.
With the finger.
Being a hater to somehow Ben shaking up with him at the end and becoming cool with Giannis. You know what Ben did to try to get on his good side?
How could you possibly turn him like that?
Ben said, hey, no. Guess what? We played together.
We were teammates.
And he literally...
No, you didn't.
Within 5 seconds, Ben whipped his phone out and had a video in Giannis' face. And within 5, I was like, how did he get this
My
video?
assist to him in Summer League.
Come on.
From over a decade ago.
And you got access to it quickly, so clearly it was.
So the reason why
it saved high.
So here's how. You know how you can like a photo on an iPhone, Kyle? You don't have this.
Yeah, you put it in your favorites.
I didn't really start liking photos, and I don't think that was a thing until maybe 4 or 5 years ago ish. This video that Tony Cartagena actually made at ESPN Madison was he made a GIF of me throwing the assist to Giannis. So when I liked it. When I was just scrolling through, sometimes bored on an airplane, I'll just delete pictures, go through photos, whatever. It's like, oh, this one's a keeper. I liked it. So now it's automatically one of the first 3 pictures of my liked photo. So I went photos, liked to the top, bam. I was like, Giannis, look at that.
Wow.
I said, look at that. We are teammates. He goes,
I'm just
I
like
had 15 points that game. I was like, how the hell do you remember that? There ain't no way you know that.
He did say, I remember it. That's 15. I was like, okay. And then they tried to point back at me.
He said we asked. I said we were teammates. He said yes, 2014.
He did.
And one of his team members goes, that's the only year you played Summer League. Obviously, it was 2014.
He ended up liking Ben, but Ben is not a team player because Ben really did try to throw me under the bus.
Oh hell yeah!
He tried to throw me under the bus, and I ran so fast. I was like, I do not listen.
Who's this Kyle you speak of?
I'm good with the bros right now. I don't want the Nasties asked me to be on teammate lookout, so I was like, you know what? I'm cool with them. Don't bring me down.
So that being said, I was very fortunate to live the Kyle Wallace life. I had never lived the Kyle Wallace life of being courtside on Saturday's game. Yes, Alex Strofe.
Was the game perhaps against the Utah Jazz?
No,
Spurs.
He had 20 points that game.
Against the Spurs?
No, the Summer League game.
The Summer League game. No. The Summer League game I'm referring to. Was that against the Jazz?
It was Spurs.
That was also the Spurs?
Yeah, we were down 30 in the fourth quarter. I don't know why I was still in.
20 points, 8 for 13.
Oh, wow. One assist.
One assist of the 8 from me. That being said,
there it is.
It exists.
You had 2 assists.
But one to Giannis. Who cares about the second one?
You had a rebound, too.
But the second one to Jabari?
You played a whopping 4 minutes.
Yeah, I know. And so this
Giannis played 37.
Full circle, the Summer League coach is the head assistant on the Spurs. And I was like, hey, I need to talk to him. He didn't give me enough tick in Summer League.
Didn't Jason Kidd say, man, you were a great point guard, right?
Yeah. He was like giving me tips on how to come off the ball screen a little better. I was like, he doesn't know that I don't play point guard.
He didn't know. Maybe you should have told him, Coach, I'm a shooter.
Yeah,
maybe you still be in the NBA.
Yeah, I never was.
You are listed as a point guard with 2 names you will recognize. Your former teammate, Jordan Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And Bucks legend, Nate Walters.
Nate Walters?
Oh, wow, Nate.
It was hard to get tick when you had Nate Walters, Giannis, Jabari, and another draft pick, Johnny O'Brien. All 4 of them played all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. Yeah. So I had buried on the bench, having a good time, losing all my per diem in Vegas. Regardless, I had to endure the Bucks game.
Oh, my gosh. The spread was 17.5.
They lost by 30 points.
Yeah, 17.5.
They love losing by 30.
But the crazy part to me was the realization that at the end of this season, which they are eliminated from the playoffs, obviously, the crowd was for Wemby.
Oh no!
And it made me think about the times where even when the Brewers are in a different spot right now where it's not like that, but there's still times when the Brewers were winning over the last 5 years where you go for the opposing player, right? Like if and still for Ohtani. But I imagine when the Brewers, when I wasn't around here and when you guys name off crazy players that we remember your childhood, you'd want to go probably see
Barry Bonds,
Sammy Sosa.
And that was the realization where I was like, oh no. That's what the Bucks have turned into.
Yeah, that's exactly what they'll be. And that's why the game on Saturday, that eliminated the Bucks officially from playoff contention, did it not?
They are officially eliminated
and
from
so
playoff
with
contention.
The Bucks being eliminated from playoff contention for the first time in a decade.
With 4 minutes to go yesterday against the Clippers, they had 7 available players. It's like, just sign me to a 10-day. Like, sign anyone. Like, I was right there.
I mean,
I was right there. I could have done the same thing. I could have helped lose by 30.
Yeah, I mean, but losing, whatever, sure, help our team lose by 30. But in reality, the problem I have here is that we missed the playoffs for the first time in 10 years, and Giannis is still on our roster. I know he hasn't been healthy, but we were sold that this team was going to be able to have an opportunity with, quote-unquote, the Celtics not having Jason Tatum in the East being wide open because Tyrese Halliburton isn't there, and we brought in Miles Turner, that we were going to be able to compete for a championship. But right now, we're competing for whether or not we're going to get a top 4 pick in the NBA draft. They need to basically clean house with everybody who is associated with this except for Giannis. I'm talking about cleaning house with this roster. I'm talking about cleaning house with Doc. I'm talking about cleaning house with Horst. But everybody associated to this disgusting thing that we have seen this year, excuses be damned. I don't care that Giannis wasn't healthy. I don't care that KPJ and Giannis didn't play a lot together. At the end of the day, it was Doc Rivers' job to ensure that this team would at least make a playoffs in a year that we thought the East was wide open. They failed, and they failed miserably. And for that failure, they got to get up out of here.
I don't know what the hell, after the Stephen A report came out that like Doc is allegedly going to retire at the end of the year, he doesn't deserve a Milwaukee Bucks head coaching swan song. Like, what do we, if this is about standards and this is about championships, and this is about winning as a team, get rid of him. He's never been a develop young player coach. Has he? No. Ever.
He's been a role player developer. He can develop like a AJ Green and a Ryan Rollins type stuff that he did.
But with how young they are, it's like Ryan Rollins, Usman Zhang. Like, he's not the guy. You need somebody who's going to be one of these young up-and-comer skill developers. He's an old dog. He's not going to teach these guys anything like these new tricks because he doesn't know any new tricks.
I get that
the only tricks he knows is the 3-1 collapses.
I get that these guys aren't a cast of all-stars, but this is an NBA starting lineup. There's no excuse to consistently lose.
Are you going to read off the starting lineup?
What's that?
Are you going to read off the starting lineup?
I'm not going to, but I'm just saying, like,
you can. It was crazy.
To lose by 30 night in and night out is not just talent. It's talent for sure. That's why John Horst got to go too. But Doc is clearly not putting these guys in the position to be competitive. We're not just talking about, oh, they're losing by 5. Oh, they're losing by 10. Gosh darn it. They're so close. I can see some glimmer of hope. They're losing by 30 every single night.
That's pathetic.
It's pathetic.
That's because you talked about, hey, I want these guys to play a certain way. Well, they're not playing a certain way.
You're not utilizing even what little you have to be competitive.
You getting 30 ball by a lot of teams. Weren't they down? How much were they losing to the Jazz by? Was it the Jazz? A couple weeks ago, they was getting 30 to 40 balls in the first half. It's just embarrassing what's happening. They let the Chicago Bulls come back on them. Like, this is just a bad team, and it's a bad culture and a bad organization. Not saying that Doc hasn't been a great coach. He has been a great coach in the past. Not saying that John Horst hasn't been a great GM in the past, because he has.
Bro.
But everything does not last forever. And this iteration of the Milwaukee Bucks are donezo. There is only one person that deserves to decide whether or not he's going to be here or not, and that's Giannis. Everybody else can pack their bags and get the heck up out of here.
Ryan Rollins, Ousmane Dieng, Taurean Prince, Pete Nance, and Jericho Sims. We're supposed to go out there and stop Victor Wembanyama. Now Miles Turner battled, but in the paint.
What a great guy he is.
He's trying to chin up.
He's getting paid to be on a crappy roster right now.
Yeah, he is. He's a good dude. He's a really good dude. And so,
but you gotta this isn't anything against Miles. It just seeing where they're at right now, with where he's at in his career. What sense did it make to sign Miles Turner? I know it's hindsight, and they were trying to do it to appease Giannis.
He's 29, isn't he? He's not even 30 yet. 28, 29. And so,
bro, that's the point, though. If they're going to try and get young and get better,
why sign that contract?
That contract doesn't make any sense.
I mean,
and it's not against against Miles.
We weren't saying that when we signed.
I know,
Miles.
but when you're looking at the direction of the team. What sense does it make right now?
They thought the direction of the team was having, as Doc said, one superstar in Giannis and build everything else around him.
But now he's saying, I only had one superstar. I haven't had a bill of health. And it's just like, I'm done. I'm done hearing it.
No, I don't care for excuses. Excuses are tools of the incompetent that lead to monuments of nothingness. And the Bucks are full of nothingness right now. That's exactly what they are. And that's why I'm saying you have to move on from Doc. You got to move on from Doc. You got to move on from John Horst, and let's start over. And I keep saying this. It's the Denver Nuggets moved on from their head coach who won them a championship within 2 years of winning them a title, and their general manager who constructed that team. If they can move on from a championship formula of a team, then the Bucks can move on from a loser formula of a pairing of Doc and Horst.
How about the fact that Doc Rivers, when he was introduced, said, I don't even know why they asked me to take this job.
Yeah,
that's that guy who said that is still the coach. Still. Even though he clearly doesn't want to be doing this. I mean, when he shows up to work, whatever, I'm sure he's giving it his all, but the results don't show that.
Results-driven league. I don't care how much your effort is. You can put in all the effort in the world, but if the results aren't there, it doesn't mean anything. It means nothing. That's cool, but this is professional sports. This is not go out there and play rec league. This ain't that. This is professional sports. Your results matter the most.
Let's not forget about this from David. It can't be mentioned enough. The wheels started off falling off since Haslam bought 25% of the Bucks.
Sure did. He's the kiss of death.
Yeah, it is.
But you know what? He has deep pockets.
That doesn't matter.
Doesn't help you win.
Well, here's the thing. Is that the Bucks have two routes they're going to take. Either going to give Giannis, because that's what they said. They're going to give Giannis the Supermax, or they're not. And they're going to trade Giannis. But regardless of what happens, if Giannis does stay, they better hold on to this first-round pick. And eventually Giannis may move on, and then whoever this first-round pick could be the future of the Milwaukee Bucks. Or if they trade, and you got the money to pay them.
That's the thing. You're not even going to get a top pick because you've middled your way to
No. Oh, Brad, you haven't looked at the standings. They haven't middled their way. They suck right now. They haven't middled their way to anything.
It's not reflected in their.
They're actively at this point of tanking. I mean, there's
some other teams that are tanking much more efficiently.
I think the Chicago Bulls now are ahead of the Milwaukee Bucks, or maybe they're tied. And so I'm telling you, the Bucks weren't trying to tank until about a week ago, and now they are successfully tanking.
About a week ago.
The Bucks are tied with the Chicago Bulls. We have the 1, 2.
They're still
3, 4,
the 10th.
So we're just trying to get in the top 4, and it's possible to do that. And
baby, lose.
That's what we're trying to do.
Just lose.
That's just of the East. Can't forget about the Kings and the Jazz.
Yeah, we're like Brad said, we're
Kings,
number 10.
Jazz,
We're
Mavericks,
tied
Pelicans,
with the Bulls
and Grizzlies.
And so we need us and the Bulls trying to figure out who's going to lose out more. We've lost 4 in a row. They've lost 3. Hopefully the Bulls are playing for the future. I'm hoping didn't they make trades? They got young players on their team. We have no young.
Everyone's trying to do the same thing. They're just trying to do it and not get in trouble.
Last year doing it, get away with it while you can.
Well, the Bucks only having 7 active players, it shows me everything I need to know.
Well, no, they had more than that, but 2 had fouled out.
No. Was it 9 then? Because they had a lot of guys out yesterday. Yesterday had a lot of guys out in this 3 games in 4 days.
It looked like when I was looking at the bench on Saturday, it looked like they had more guys in street clothes that could go in than could leave the bench to go in.
Is Giannis coming back?
Coming back where?
To play this season because he was mad last week.
He's rehabbing right now. We'll have to see and wait.
I hope he looked at these games and said, you know what, I'm not finna risk my body for these jokers.
What was that line about excuses you said like 5 minutes ago? I can't stop thinking about it.
Excuses are tools of the incompetent. Those who specialize in them rarely succeed at anything in life.
Man, it sounds like you in the radio.
And they've been monuments of nothing? I heard that as well.
Excuses are tools. Wow.
Now you're asking too much out of him.
Now I'm confused.
Yeah,
I heard that.
Too many quotes.
Excuses are tools of the incompetent and leads to monuments of nothingness.
Wow.
Get it
That's
tattooed,
amazing.
folks. Get it tattooed. It's the Doc Rivers way. Well done, Kyle.
Powerful.
You're welcome. Shout out to Alpha. Alphaversary's tomorrow, by the way.
Happy Alphaversary.
Happy Alphaversary. For those who have any idea what that is.
Fraternity when I joined.
Alphaversary. That's a real thing. You celebrate anniversaries of.
Are you going to celebrate?
We're going out. The ones who are still here locally, we're going out. We're hanging out. Me and my line brothers tomorrow. It's March 31st tomorrow, not April.
You and others there's also on the same day.
Yeah, 7 of us crossed the burning sand.
That makes sense. I thought you were going to have to go out for each of y'all on different days.
What's a burning sand?
Look it up. I'm serious. Look it up.
Initiation.
You want to join my frat?
Don't you have to be in college?
No. This is a lifetime commitment, man. Black frats are a little different.
I'm good. I think so.
But we accept white people.
You do?
Oh yeah.
How many white people are in your fraternity?
Bernard Levin joined in 19. I feel like it was in 1960s. The first white guy to join the fraternity. We got a lot.
It's the first one ever.
Let me tell you. If you white, you join our fraternity, you swaggy. You get all the women. You get the black ones, the white ones, the Hispanic ones, everyone you want because you got some swag to you.
Do I have enough swag?
You're married. You don't want to do that. I mean, you can join. You can join, but you don't want to.
Brad ain't showing up to anything.
But he can pay his dues.
You have to pay?
Yeah, dues every year. Yeah, it's what? This is a big work. Remember, we had a big conference in downtown Milwaukee 2 years ago. Remember?
Pay for friendship? That's how low it is for you, Kyle?
We give a lot of back to the community.
Next.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman.
DKB, they get all my love, all my energy, and all my time. I'll be danged if GKB and Craig not going to allow me to take my half-an-hour boo-boo. If I need to do that, they need to allow me to do that.
That's your whole lunch break.
I don't even take a lunch break. I work during lunch.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Well, we got an issue on eastbound 94 right at the ramp from Highway 175. The right lane is blocked because of a crash. So that is going to be tying you up. We got delays coming in from just past Hawley Road all the way through past the accident scene to 35th. The westbound side slow from 35th Street to Hawley. And then northbound 41, we got backups from Mayfair Road all the way up past Burleigh, almost to Capitol Drive. The southbound side has backups from Capitol Drive almost to Burleigh. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, chance of rain and storms, mostly cloudy, a low of 44. Tomorrow, warm with a chance of storms again, a high of 65. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on March 31st.
Turio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Tampa Bay Rays.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness, third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Delta Dental of Wisconsin. Tune in March 31st at 6:40 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee or check your local listings to watch the game.
How are things at Kessler's Greenfield, Kelly?
Fantastic. I heard you have an idea for springtime.
I love spring.
I have a big collection of new life to show you.
New life is a spring thing.
Show us. I call it crosses and clovers.
These are amazing.
Well done, Kelly.
These are stunningly unique.
Kelly, the surface of this 4-leaf clover is fantastic. What's it made of?
Sarah, the surface of that lucky 4-leaf clover is made of crushed black diamonds.
Wow. I'm buying this one. How much?
$185. In yellow gold vermeil, it's just $270. This cross, $90.
And these initials pendants?
These are $60.
Clovers, crosses, and personalized pendants.
And a leprechaun that says they're magically delicious.
Sarah, that's a breakfast cereal.
Kelly, you've done well.
Extremely well.
Extremely very well. Happy springtime, everyone.
To find the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
This is Coach Greg Gard. Strong teams succeed with the right partners. Bank CMG works closely with Wisconsin business owners, offering local insight, modern tools, and honest guidance you can trust. They take the time to understand your goals and help you build something sustainable. Whether you're managing cash flow, planning for growth, or navigating change, having the right banking partner matters. When your business matters, your bank should too. BankCMG.com.
Don't miss a moment of the basketball tournament action this March at 3rd Street Market Hall. Home to your one-stop, must-stop viewing destination, 3rd Street Market Hall has over 20 locally owned food vendors, a self-serve beer wall with 24 beers on tap, over 50 HD TVs, and of course, game day specials. It's the perfect place to work remotely or catch a game between meetings or over lunch. 3rd Street Market Hall is the downtown home to basketball this March.
Hi, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Most contractors cut corners and disappear when there's a problem. Not us. Since 1997, we've completed over 60,000 projects, earned thousands of 5-star reviews, and were named 2025 Roofing Magazine Contractor of the Year. We set the standard for exterior remodeling. Trusted by homeowners, proven every single day. We're excited to show you why choosing Infinity means peace of mind. Visit infinityexteriors.com to see why your neighbors trust Infinity.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, and Brad, you're going to tell us about how to keep joints loose.
Oh, that's right. This is the time of year where activity just means a little bit more being outside, but you can't do that if you got your pain, your knees, your hips, your shoulders, or your back. QC Kinetics here in the Milwaukee area is here because they are the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. They're going to give you your life back. Say hello to a pain-free life. Say hello to doing the things that you want to do again and just in the nick of time as warm weather is well on its way. They're going to use cellular treatments to operate and get rid of that pain on the cellular level. Be able to go in, have your appointment, go out, live your day, live your life. No drugs, no downtime, no surgery, just QC Kinetics doing what they know how to do best, and that is getting rid of pain for whatever the reason. So give them a call. The consultation's totally free, no obligation, so there's nothing to lose whatsoever. Give them a call, 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
You know what? Stroke, disregard what I said. I know Matt LaFleur spoke. We have plenty of time to talk about Matt LaFleur and everything he spoke about. I don't think I can tell you guys enough how excited I am that Brewers baseball is back.
Boy.
I mean, the team is just so likable. Every guy plays hard. The manager is great.
He was amazing at the analysis.
Of course, he just gets it, man. So Pat Murphy was at our Thanalysis Live on Friday, and so was Jacob Mizorowski, Bryce Terang, Trevor McGill.
Trevor's huge. Huge.
He's a hoss.
Dude, he's not just tall. He's like he towers over Miz, but he's also thick.
Yeah, he's a hoss.
He's like country strong right there.
Yeah, a big boy.
Yes, he is. And closed it out. Kyle saw him close it out after turning the game off because he didn't believe the Brewers could come back against the White Sox.
I mean, it was 7-2. It didn't feel like we were
not these fast. Brewers.
I mean,
you should have learned from last year.
Yeah, I should have. I was shocked, but I got to see the highlights.
But here's another fun thing. Kyle Harrison pitches today.
Yeah,
another piece that you get in a trade. Sproat didn't have his greatest game, but the team picked him up. But you get another opportunity to see another young pitcher that you traded for. A nice southpaw, lefty get out there.
I mean, if he turns out to be good, which he was a high-ranking prospect originally, and you're talking about how this trade, Caleb Durbin playing bad, and David Hamilton looks exactly.
Who's starting, by the way, today for Joey Ortiz?
He looks exactly like we want him to look, right? He's just a gritty player. Once he gets on base, he's stealing a base.
And by the way, we still haven't seen Jackson Churio. Andrew Vaughn is hurt right now. And so they just continue to grind no matter who is out there. And so I can't wait for first pitch. And Brad, you better be using your getting your subscription to Brewers TV value worth it.
If I'm paying $99.99 for it, you bet that I'm getting every single second that I can from it, because it's one of those things where you have to.
I need you to ask me questions during the game. If you want to know more, I'm here for you.
Okay, I'll use that resource.
Because I text nonstop, and I love talking Brewers.
It's one of the things that's amazing about baseball season. You have to wait all week for Packer games. You have to wait all week for Badger games. In Badger basketball, you get maybe a couple per week. Brewers playing 6 times per week. It really is to go tonight. There's no question. There's no question what's going to go on tonight. Put the Brewer game on. You can do it night in and night out, and it's such a treat to watch these guys play.
You know you have a team you love when off days are sad.
Yeah, feels a little bit empty, a little void.
Yep.
I'm kind of upset that yesterday when the home run was hit, nobody told me. Nobody said anything in the group chat. You talking about texting people. Nobody said anything. Now I question whether or not y'all watching it live.
Oh, okay. This is the classic Kyle spin zone.
Because you know the excitement I get when things happen during the game when I'm watching it live, but I didn't see anybody texting. Game 1, who was texting? Joey, who was texting y'all game 1 and game 2?
Who went to opening day? Me.
Oh, how much did you pay to get in?
A lot.
Oh, really?
What time?
Who's the liar now?
For real.
It was a steep ticket price.
Oh yeah, steep. Free is
he
really
didn't say
steep.
Financially. He said he paid a lot in time and effort.
Nah, they can have all my time.
Yeah, but again, y'all didn't text me, so that leads me to believe.
All right, do you want me to be careful what you wish for? Because now I'm going to text bomb you all of my thoughts.
Big moment. I didn't answer your thoughts.
No. You want to talk? We'll talk.
It would have been nice to know that the Brewers were rallying at that point. Because by the time I checked, the rally was already completed.
We'll talk.
No, if they're rallying like
Kyle,
that, y'all should be celebrating.
Not to put all this responsibility on Ben, because as somebody who texts with him during sporting events, it can be a lot. There's this thing called Twitter. If you open it, typically it shows you the most recent thing that happened.
Bro, I don't be on Twitter like that. Y'all tell me right away. I'm not looking on Twitter to see what's happening in the Brewers game. I just watch it. Just like
Why don't you check in? I mean, you got the ESPN app.
I did check in, and when I checked in, I
Sounds like a lot of excuses, and you tried to put it all on us.
You just quoted about excuses.
Whoa!
You just had this
just quoted
life-changing quote about excuses building monuments of nothing.
What I'm saying is that
what?
I don't trust that you guys are actually watching the break.
I don't give a damn what you trust or not, because I'm going to text bomb the heck out of you every inning. Updates on the first inning, where pitch locations were, what I liked from the cutter.
If there's some nasty sweeper or sweeper pitch that Sproat had, which he didn't, then cool. But no. Don't text me nonstop.
Okay, well, you're going to get this.
I would say
you're going to have to mute or block me.
I would say
my goal is to get Kyle to mute or block my text.
The bomb that Christian Yelich hit was worthy of a text message. No one texted about that. And then when I did see it, I wanted to text y'all, but I'm like, well, they didn't text about it.
Now you're pulling a stroke. You a lie.
I promise you. When I went and saw it, I was going to text, but I was like, well, they didn't text.
This is such a spin zone.
A cop-out.
Can we not refer to lies as pulling a stroke, please?
Well, then you got to stop lying.
So y'all telling me, did I not text y'all game 1 and game 2 when things happened? You think
we were waiting on you because you're the game 1, game 2 guy, and you disappeared game 3.
Game 3, I did disappear after basically after the 4th inning. I was pretty much like, this is crazy. And really after that home
I agree, Chef Ed. You gave up on the team. You didn't deserve a text.
Chef Ed.
You turned him off. You gave up.
Hush, Chef Ed. Go to sleep.
Oh,
nap time. It's nap time. Get your little snack and go to sleep.
Do you have any blinds? Never mind. Strove hack, yeah.
Never mind. Heck yeah, for the team at Robert Hack Diamonds. Greenfield, 2 locations in Brookfield, one on the north side, one on the south side. They are Wisconsin's most trusted name in diamonds for a reason, because they helped me. They've helped hundreds of thousands of other people get their dream engagement ring and get that heck yeah they've always looked for when they say, will you marry me? Just like I did a couple of months ago. I didn't really know what I was doing. I didn't know the process of buying a ring. I went into Robert Hack. I gave them a few code words that my girlfriend at the time, now fiance, had given me in the past, the hints, the clues. I showed a picture, and I got the dream ring, and I got the dream yes with my dream girl. You could do the same. Robert Hack Diamonds, 3 locations in the Milwaukee area. Greenfield, where I went, the 2 locations in Brookfield are online. Robert Hack, H-A-A-C-K, diamonds.com. Just like me, you'll be saying, heck yeah, because he did it right at Robert Hack Diamonds.
Chris in New Berlin, you're on the Carbless Talk and Text line. Are you here to defend Kyle Wallace, who gave up on the Brewers?
Because I kind of did too, because of my kids. So I was at the game yesterday. We left literally at the beginning of the 7th, and as we're leaving, don't. As we were leaving, we were getting in the car, the whole 9 yards. My buddy that was with me with his kids, he's like, dude, turn on the game. And we're listening to it live. Buyer's remorse. Seriously. So I'm with you, Kyle. People should be texting you.
Thank you.
He didn't give the reason why he left, did he?
No. Well, it was.
No.
They were.
Chef Ed wants to have a word with you.
Oh, Chef Ed. Good morning.
How's it going, Kyle? Mr. Kyle Wallace. Between myself and Homer, why are you always picking on the elderly?
Well,
it's nap time. No, it's not. I mean, we have lived life. We can teach you so much about living life that you were never probably going to live to experience. It really upsets me when you pick on the older. Why do you have hatred towards the elderly? I don't understand it.
I used to be my guy, right? You were my guy. Even though you used to cheat on Sunday Karma, I believed you. But then all of a sudden you flipped the switch and you turned on me. And yesterday you sent in some very nasty text messages between me and Strofe in this decathlon where you were choosing Strofe and saying some nasty things. And I never forget. So at this point, you chose your side. You chose Strofe over me. So until we're done with this decathlon, you're not on my team, buddy.
Oh, Kyle. Okay, you attacked Strobe saying that you were way more handsome than him.
I am more handsome than him, and everybody agreed in the room.
I always, Kyle, I like to have fun with it. I always like to add humor to my text, to my comments. A lot of times they're just taken in jest.
Hey, Chef Ed, real quick, who's more handsome?
This is Kyle Bruston.
Who's more handsome, me or Strofe?
Strofe.
Blind. Blind is a bad. Hook him. He can't see either. He's old and can't see. He got cataracts.
I can't wait to text bomb Kyle tonight. Next.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
I'm a seam head now. You can call me whatever you want.
Oh, seam head. I don't even know what that is.
That means I'm a baseball dork. All I do is sit and watch MLB big inning at night.
Head. I've never heard that before.
This is because you're not a seam head.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Well, we got an issue on eastbound 94 right at the ramp from Highway 175. The right lane is blocked because of a crash. So that is going to be tying you up. We got delays coming in from just past Hawley Road all the way through past the accident scene to 35th. The westbound side slow from 35th Street to Hawley. And then northbound 41, we got backups from Mayfair Road all the way up past Burleigh, almost to Capitol Drive. The southbound side has backups from Capitol Drive almost to Burleigh. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, chance of rain and storms, mostly cloudy, a low of 44. Tomorrow, warm with a chance of storms again, a high of 65. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Spring is here, and living with your old, drafty, foggy, dirty, hard-to-open, bad windows is no longer an option. You deserve better windows and doors. At Siding Unlimited, we install top-of-the-line wood, vinyl, and fiberglass windows with options to fit your style, color, and design choices. Built for energy efficiency, installed by our professional craftsmen at Siding Unlimited. Siding Unlimited. Experience, integrity, craftsmanship. Visit sidingunlimited.com today.
You asked and Carbless delivered. The fan favorite grapefruit flavor now has its own 4-pack all to itself. That bold, bright, perfectly balanced citrus taste that you've been pulling from the variety pack, it's now front and center in 4 cans, 1 box. Crisp, refreshing, not too sweet, and nothing else has changed. 0 sugar, 0 carbs, just 100 calories and gluten-free. Clean ingredients and big flavor. Always no compromises. Grab the new Carbless grapefruit 4-pack wherever you get your Carbless and find a location near you at drinkcarbless.com. Carbless, bold flavor in every sip.
Screaming Sicilian, more is amore. Screaming Sicilian, more is amore. Amore, pepperoni, amore, mozzarella, amore. Screaming Sicilian,
Screaming Sicilian frozen pizza. More toppings, more flavor. More is amore.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
With your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, I'm Will Summers. This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Platteville Junior Grant Poppy. Poppy powered the Hillmen to a regional championship, leading Platteville to 3 postseason victories last week. He opened the playoffs with 12 points and 6 rebounds in a 76-66 win over River Valley. He followed that with a dominant 21-point, 14-rebound effort in a 71-50 win over Mauston. Then capped the title run with 27 points and 12 rebounds in a 72-61 regional final victory over Lodi. Earlier this season, Poppy also reached the 1,000-point career milestone as just a junior, cementing his place among the program's all-time leading scorers. Congratulations to Grant Poppy, your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
Calling all seafood lovers, the Lobster Salad Sub is officially back at Cousin Subs. Fresh lobster mixed with our creamy signature mayo, topped with tomato and onion, served over crisp lettuce and finished with a sprinkle of Old Bay. All on our fresh-baked Italian bread. It's a crave-worthy classic you can enjoy in store, online, or on the app, but only through April 5th. So catch it while you can. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Grimal & Associates Insurance protects what matters most. Mandy's team is amazing, and they've been a part of the Milwaukee area community for over 30 years. Had a quick question on something I needed to change. Payments and all that. Bam! Email, someone called. Perfect amount of follow-up. Not annoying. Like, it's just having people that care about what they do with you, and they provide that service that you just don't get when you work with someone huge. You get a call center, you're like, I can't get to anybody, but you have that expert guidance and genuine commitment to the people they serve with Grimal & Associates. Mandy's team is not just selling insurance, they're helping you throughout the process of providing peace of mind for important decisions. Connect with them at teamgrimal.com. That's team GRAMOLL.com. Kyle Brust Nortman until 5 o'clock here on 94.5 ESPN YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talking text line, where we go to Bill and Delavan. Bill, our guy, what's going on?
Hey, Bill, what's happening?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Great, man. How about you?
Okay, Kyle. Usually I'm on Team Kyle.
Yes, sir.
You and I are both Packer backers. We're the optimists. You're my brother from a different color.
Yeah.
But come on, man. You got to quit picking on us old people.
Oh, no, Bill.
No, let Bill go.
Okay, this all started when you were in Denver. You came back and said your mama was too old to be a fan. That's just wrong. And then you were complaining that they let her out on the field. That security guard was just respecting his elders, and we need more of that. So then you jumped all over Chef's head. You kind of implied that we all fall down when we walk and we spit when we talk. And then you started picking on our wives. You said when they get old, they get ugly. What are you going to do with baby girl when... What are you going to do with baby girl?
Do you have a notebook of all the things that Kyle says about the elderly? Because this is amazing.
I'm keeping score, yeah. What are you going to do? What are you going to do with baby girl when she turns 65? You're going to kick her to the curb because she doesn't look the same as when you got married?
Baby girl will be fine.
In May, I hope so.
Me too.
In May, I'll be married 50 years, and my wife is still beautiful, and I'm sticking up for us.
Yeah.
Cool. So then after that,
dang, you still got more.
Then after, I got more, buddy.
Get him, Bill.
After that, you were hoping that your dad double tapped somebody so you could punch him in the face. And then 2 weeks ago, you were hoping that all the old people either don't show up to your wedding or they leave early. Come on, man.
Well, Bill, you know what? Humble pie served, and I will eat it because he was absolutely right. And no lies told. I can't deny it. I need to be nicer to the. I love the elderly.
Hey, we're not done with you, Derek in Lake Geneva. You're up.
Oh no.
Hey, afternoon, gents. How are you?
Kyle, how are you doing?
I need to be. I guess I abuse the elderly.
Well, Kyle, I got to ask first, man. Every time I've called in, I've been straight 100. Told you were the Bernie Sanders of sports radio, took it back. Told you you're planting your flag like Baker Mayfield, you're doing that now. I have to call today because, you've heard of codependency, which is a two-way street. Have you ever heard of bro dependency, B-R-O, where it's a one-way street? I just got to ask, you're asking your homies for minute-by-minute plays of a ball game, but how many times have these cats ever been on your pontoon? Just
powerful,
question, man.
Oh, wow.
Powerful.
What's his name?
We're like the last second invites.
No, let me tell you, Derek, let me tell you something. I invited them on my pontoon. I gave them a heads up.
You didn't do this summer once, by the way.
This last summer I didn't do because you know what? When I invited them on my boat, they sat there and they didn't want to come. I said, oh, wow, that's crazy. The only one that was willing to come on a boat was Thirsty Stroke. But don't really want people to know it's thirsty like Stroke. And so I am going to extend the invitation now because I want them to come on my boat and enjoy the great boat that I have. Pontoon boat it is. Don't get it twisted. So we got to schedule a time.
Now, I think you can't do it after you were served humble pie. I think you need to be acting like your normal self and then give us a true invite. It feels disingenuous right now.
Let's find some time in July.
As Ron in the Key chimes in on the Carbless Talking text line, he has long considered himself to be historian of ESPN Wisconsin and all of our shows. He may have just been replaced by Bill because he has receipts.
Yeah, that was a masterclass by Bill.
Yeah, Bill.
Masterclass.
Bill got receipts because I did say that about my dad, and my dad's elderly. He's 70.
And you said it about the people at the wedding, which I know you still stand by.
I mean, I want them there.
Just wanted to leave early.
I mean, because I want to play the nasty music.
Yes, Alex Strofe.
As the producer of this program, I'd like to make a claim. Bill and Delavan, front runner for Call of the Year in 2026.
No doubt.
Yes, 100%.
No doubt. And by the way, we're only 3 months into the year, which means we still have 3 more months for Kyle to say stupid stuff. And
we're
then
only a quarter of the way there.
It's the quarterly check-in with Bill on holding Kyle accountable of being rude to old people.
I'm leaving the old people alone because I love my grandparents when they were on Earth. And so I'm leaving old people alone.
You just got to stop talking,
I remember
man.
you even questioned Wilt Chamberlain scoring 100 points.
We
you got
all-
Homer for believing it.
I was just making stuff up for the joke. You actually believed it. I was like, Kyle, settle down.
Homer never saw it happen. Nobody did.
See? Double down, Kyle.
No, I'm just saying. Nobody did.
Let's get Bryan Bulaga's perspective. Not on Kyle. We all know he's a bad person. But on the Green Bay Packers report card that Matt LaFleur spoke about today. Bryan Bulaga, a real respected person. Next.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman.
What is used to measure the loudness of sound?
It's a meter.
You're so close. Now to the D.
Decimeters.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
At Junior Achievement, students learn how innovation, creativity, and entrepreneurship can turn a simple idea into something that changes an industry. With support from Koss Corporation, students are discovering how engineering, product design, and smart marketing bring great ideas to life. From pioneering studio headphones to building a brand recognized around the world, Koss shows students how technology and creativity shape the way we experience music. Learn more at ja.org.
An uninspired, cookie-cutter trade show booth is unlikely to move the needle.
Picture this. Lights, motion, energy, engagement. A space so bold it stops people mid-step.
That's what the award-winning team at Captivate Exhibits has been delivering for over 30 years.
From high-impact trade show exhibits to immersive lobbies, history walls, and culture-driven interiors, Captivate transforms ordinary square footage into unforgettable brand experiences.
Get started today at CaptivateExhibits.com.
At Associated Bank, we get life gets complicated. So banking, it should be easy to get. That's why our tools speak your language. Automated savings, it's saving automatically for anything. Digital controls, you lose your card, you're still in control. Turn it off, then on, all on the app. And Money Monitor, you know where your money goes, like those long forgotten subscriptions. At Associated Bank, we get you. That's why we've got you. Learn more at associatedbank.com/YouGotThis. Member FDIC.
Wisconsin homes ask a lot of their windows and doors. With our unpredictable weather, they need to perform in every season, year after year. At Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, we build everything around quality, durability, and long-term comfort. And right now, we're making long-term comfort easier than ever. Order today and get 0% interest until 2032. Not just a few years, 0% interest all the way until 2032. That means you can upgrade your home now and pay over time without paying a dime in interest. From your free in-home consultation to expert installation, Pella's local team is with you every step of the way, helping you choose the right products for your home, your style, and your budget. And with our 10-year limited warranty, you can feel confident long after installation day. 0% interest until 2032. Set your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 3/31/2026.
Ben Brust here, and let's cut the crap. I've been sold a lie with sportswear, too. You pay a fortune for big-name gear, a fancy logo, a slogan, and it still stinks. Iron Jock doesn't play that game. Silver ion technology is woven into every thread, killing 99.9% of odor-causing bacteria. And now, through April 5th, when you spend $50, get 30% off and 2 free pairs of socks with the code SOCKS2. That's socks in the number 2. Shop now at ironjock.com. That's ironjoc.com.
Buying or selling a home isn't just a transaction. It's one of life's biggest decisions.
That's why clarity, trust, and the right guidance matter, especially in the ever-changing market.
I'm Tony Wendorf with Tony Wendorf & Associates, powered by Keller Williams.
I'm John Lorenz.
And I'm Taylor Mangini. Our team delivers a white glove experience at every price point, combining expert negotiation, local insight, and genuine care.
Get started today with a team you can trust at wendorfteam.kw.com.
Tony Wendorf & Associates.
Driven by faith, gratitude, and results.
Make your fitness goals last with Johnson Fitness and Wellness, the largest specialty fitness retailer in the country with 5 locations in the Milwaukee area. At Johnson Fitness and Wellness, you'll find top-rated treadmills, strength equipment, ellipticals, bikes, and more, all guided by certified fitness experts who match the right equipment to your goals, space, and budget. And with white glove delivery and installation, plus flexible financing options, you can build your home gym with confidence. Visit one of their stores today or online at johnsonfitness.com.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Joining us now on Kyle Brust Nortman is Bryan Bulaga. Bryan, sorry about your Hawkeyes. I didn't say congratulations when they won, but I can say sorry when they lost.
Yeah, it's all right. They had a good run.
Was a good run indeed for a first-year head coach. Fran didn't make it to the Sweet 16. It happened a long time ago that they made it this far. So congrats to you and your squad. And I mean that sincerely because it is cool to sort of see those storylines. what I do want to know from you is, after probably some time for you to digest some things maybe you've seen come across your social medias, Matt LaFleur speaking to the media, do you have any takeaways? Yeah. If you have, just take it away. If you have not, we can play something for you.
I saw a little bit of it. Now, there were a couple different clips, I believe, right? I think there were two. I didn't get to watch the full second one. I saw the first one about the roles, correct? I think that was like the big
players
one
being upset with your roles. And just to give the audience a chance, if they did not hear it, we'll play it right now for you.
I think, if I'm being honest about it, I think there were some guys that were upset about roles last year, and I think that took a toll on our football team. So you need guys that bring great energy every day. I think from a coaching standpoint, role clarity is key. So we got to obviously do a better job communicating with our players. Hey, here's your role, and if you're unhappy about your role, it's on you to do something about that, to carve out a bigger role on this football team.
You played for Matt. What do you make of it?
I think he makes a great point. And this was, understanding your role and where you are on the team and what your job is for the team. That was something that was very clear to me when I was a rookie with Mike McCarthy. And in my second year and third year and fourth year and fifth year, everyone has a designed role. Yeah, do you want to be one of the bigger names and one of the stars of the team or high profile? Of course, every guy wants that, and they should strive for that, right? And they want a bigger role and things like that. But at some point, like, a football team is like a big pyramid, right? Like, and there has to be building block foundation guys. Then there's the guys above that, and then above that, and then there's the A-tier guys, the superstars, those guys. And guys from the building block tier just don't get to jump up to that top tier because they want to, or that's what they did in college, or that's what they were told by their college coaches when they were there. Like, it doesn't work that way. Those things are earned. Like, that's earned. And guys having to understand their roles, and Matt kind of hit on it. You have to go out and earn that and prove that and create a bigger role for yourself. That's not just handed to you because you think you deserve that or someone in the media said you deserve that. That's all stuff that guys have to earn. I think that's being lost a little bit in today's NFL. Not just guys that have been there for a long time, guys that have been there for a minute understand that. It's guys coming out that have been handed millions of dollars coming out of college already that expect to be the guy right away. And I understand exactly where he's come from, and I agree with Matt on everything he said. And that's probably why he got the grade he got, because he doesn't see it that way. His first year in Green Bay, there was an established hierarchy, and guys knew their roles and they understood their roles. They didn't want to be more than their roles, and they embraced it. And to me, that's kind of where he's getting at, is guys have to come in and work, embrace their roles, and hey, if you earn more, you'll get more. But you're just not going to get more or a bigger role just because you want it, or I think I deserve it. It's not the way it goes. So I'm with Matt on this. This is why I think he got this grade initially. I'm fairly certain it's exactly what I said when the grade came out. So it doesn't surprise me. I think he's handling it well, honestly.
Bryan, if someone was upset with their role and it was taking a toll on the team, kind of what he described in the Rodgers-McCarthy era, how would it be handled?
I mean, it gets dealt with by guys in the locker room, by veterans in the locker room. They talk to the guy, they understand, they listen to him, they hear him out, they, kind of try to get a grasp where he's coming from. But at the end of the day, man, like, not one guy should be throwing off the chemistry in the locker room. Like, that's not good. If one guy's unhappy, that shouldn't be disrupting everything in that locker room and how the team's performing and the balance of it. Like, that's not right. Like, that's on guys in that locker room to get that figured out, because you can't have that. You can't have one guy, because he's upset about something, creating a bad environment within that room and affecting play. Essentially, that's kind of also what came off from that interview as well.
Well, I imagine with Homer and Brian Bulaga, we're going to be hearing more about Matt LaFleur's comments. Homer shaking his head in a yes or no.
Dude, we need to work on finishing. I'm president. He's fired.
There it is, Homer Hour in 2 minutes.
Well, we got an accident eastbound